Sale when you're on and watching. Let us know. Feels like it's been 2 weeks since I've done this, but it's only been Saturday, it's been Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's been 3 days, but that's the longest I've been in a long time without being live. So, welcome. Who's going to be the first commentor? Craig, of course. Craig, now where's Carlene? Mike Massey was number 2. Carlene third tonight. Stacy, Dwayne, all the usually regulars. It's on right off. Hardcore Colectco fans. We love you. All right, let's get this shared in the group first of all. Like I said, it feels like it's been forever since I've done this, but it's been 3 days. So let me share that. Let's get this link copied. And let me share this over to the group. And we're live now. All right, let me go ahead and also get it shared into a couple just post. But yeah, we're live. There's my hand. It was in Dallas yesterday. Now it's in Tennessee. My hands are everywhere. There they are. You're going to be seeing that for 5 hours straight, showing you records that hopefully you're going to buy. Let's see here. Let me get my... let me get this shared in a couple places. It should be good. Let me actually share it. Yeah, let me share it in a couple other groups. Okay. Let me get the chat pulled up, and we're going to be good to go. Is anybody on YouTube yet? I don't see YouTube comments, or maybe just don't see them yet. I hope not, so I don't have to reshare this. Yeah. If you're on YouTube, say hi. All right, yeah, I'm on both platforms, so we're good. Let's see. Hello, you mean we do? Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully I'll buy records. Let me go ahead and have some 100% recycled water. I'm going to go ahead and get hydrated early tonight. We love recycled water. Oh, I didn't tag Motley Crue box sets, and I hadn't tagged Motherships, but I'll do Motley Crue in just a second. Or we can pull that up on the post. We'll see how many extras I have to sell, but people will definitely be curious if they have one of those on their ticket, since it's $180. But if you pre-ordered one, you know they're here. All right, let's get started. If you're on Facebook, hit the share button, especially you, Scott Apple. I see you, Scott Apple. I see you. We're not selling knives tonight. We're going to do that again on Monday. Sell or share this feed on your main page, on your groups you're in. I've already shared it to 4 groups. Share everywhere you can. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a thumbs up button. That means you like the video. And if you hit that thumbs up button, that tells YouTube that you like the video, and they may recommend it to other people who have similar interests as you, which is hopefully music, the love of collecting music. There's a lot of y'all that love collecting music than you do maybe even the music. I know some people who collect Beatles albums. I don't know if they're really even fans. Okay, so are you open this Saturday in Lebanon? Yes, Lebanon, Tennessee, Monday through Sunday. We're open 7 days a week. We open at 10. Sundays we open at 12. We close a little earlier on Sundays, especially if we're not busy. I don't know. Ed sometimes always stays here till 5 every day, don't you, Ed? You stay here right at 5 till Ed's here till 5 on Sundays. So, first record is a surprise restock. I hope we sell out of them because I also have the rest of their discography tonight, which means you'll want to watch. That is Pantera, the Great Southern Trendkill. These are $34.99. That is white and sandblasted orange marbled vinyl. That is Pantera, the Great Southern Trendkill. Those are $34.99 for Pantera, the Great Southern Trendkill. $34.99. I've got 10 of those, maybe 15. What do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I may have 15 of those. I got a restock of most of the colored vinyl. Pantera, which those came out about, was it 2 years ago? And I hadn't really seen them repress them since then. That's Pantera, the Great Southern Trendkill. Those are $34.99. I also got a restock of Pink Floyd. This is Saucer Full of Secrets. That is the mono mix. Pink Floyd, A Saucer Full of Secrets. That is the mono mix. That is $33.99. Remastered mono mix. Pink Floyd, Saucer Full of Secrets. The other day we had the colored vinyl version of this. Oh, that's the wrong record. Never mind. We didn't have a colored vinyl version of this. This is Miles Davis. No, they made none of them. Maybe just Motley Crue. Maybe none of those are spoken for. Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. 2 LP, $39.99. Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. John Sheehan wants a Pantera. And Paul Brothers wants a Pink Floyd, and so is Jerry Stone. Tanner, these Panteras are $34.99. Pink Floyd is as stickered. Let's see. So, Paul Brothers, Pink Floyd, Jerry Stone, Pink Floyd, and Mike Vandergist wants the Miles Davis. If we happen to sell out of something and anybody else, if we happen to sell out of something and anybody else decides they want one, let me know and we can put you on a waiting list, okay? Just like the Miles Davis Bitches Brew, I only had one copy of it. If anybody else wants a copy, let me know. Yeah, there was about 3 different prices for Pantera. That one was $34.99. But I still got more of them. That's the Great Southern Trendkill. Okay, we have an Alice in Chains Live Unofficial, $24.99. This is on colored vinyl. Alice in Chains, the Great Southern Trendkill. Or excuse me, what am I saying? This is an Alice in Chains Live Unofficial. I'm giving the Pantera title. Alice in Chains, this is live. It's an FM broadcast. Oakland, California, 1992. That's on colored vinyl. Those are $24.99. Alice in Chains. Originally on, I guess it was recorded from KBFH FM. That is $24.99. Fred Carnell wants on the wait list for Miles Davis Bitches Brew. Kyle Gregory wants an Alice in Chains, and so does James Cohorn. So does Jacob Smith. And I've got 2 left of those. So does David Taylor. This is live Alice in Chains. Those are $24.99. I've got 1 left. All right, Nathaniel Ratliff. This is Nathaniel Ratliff and the 7 Sweats. I guess that's the self-titled one. It's on Stax, $33.99. Nathaniel, $33.99. We only have 1 of those. I'm actually ordering Night Sweats. Night Sweats. What was I saying? Sweet. Did I say Sweats? I'm not for sure. Oh, 7. My bad. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. David Taylor got the last AIC, or was that Jacob Smith? Let me see here. 1, 2, 3. Let me count those off, make sure we got everybody 1. That was Kyle Gregory, James Cohorn, Jacob Smith, David Taylor, and Dwayne Sevilla is going to get 1. And then everybody else will put on a waiting list. Fred, we'll have to put you on another waiting list, but that's okay because it's Wednesday night. Some of these restocks we should have in by the end of the week. It's from AIC Parachute Records. No, this one is not, but we've had these before. This is DOR. DOR, but we know that is not a parachute recording. Okay, Nathaniel wants the, or excuse me, Tim Holloway wants the Nathaniel Ratliff. Too slow tonight. Try, keep trying. Don't worry. This new vinyl's okay to be second because there's usually, we can get other copies of them. Another restock of Tears for Fears, Song from the Big Chair. That is $39.99. Mike McGinnis auctions. I'm about to start some. I don't have a lot of like big auctions set aside, but I do have some stuff, mostly Japanese vinyl. I'm about to go find the newest crate in the office. I've got to go do that actually. But yes, we'll be auctioning lots of Japanese vinyl tonight. Def Leppard Hysteria, $49.99. I usually try to start the auctions as soon as we're done with our first crate. Tom Petty Full Moon Fever, $36.99. And we got a restock of Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe, $36.99. Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe, $36.99. Okay, Michelle Phillips on the Def Leppard. That's Hysteria. That's a 2LP, $49.99. I also have the Zombies, Odyssey and Oracle, and that is the craft pressing, $31.99. Includes the #1 hit, Time of the Seasons, $31.99. $31.99. Paul Brothers wants on the wait list for Alice in Chains. John Duran wants a zombie. John Duran, was that Rob Zombie or the Zombies? Was he wanting Rob or the? Rob or the? I'm going to put you down for Rob Zombie based on, I think your comment popped in before I even got to show that. But let me know. You got dibs on either one. Jen Baker on Tears for Fears. Alvo Dabney on the Tom Petty. And John Duran did want Rob Zombie. Okay, so we still have the Zombies. And here's the other Pantera album, Far Beyond Driven, which is white and stronger than blue marbled vinyl. That is $34.99 Pantera. So we got a restock of all the indie exclusive colored vinyl Pantera, which have been out for like a couple years, at least a year, but it seems like it's 2 years ago when I first showed these. They're $34.99. I've already showed one title. I'll do it again. But if you like Pantera, I've got a restock of pretty much their entire discography on the colored vinyl. So I will show those again in just a second. Any more Full Moon Fever? Not that I'm aware of, but I can put you on a waiting list. Pantera sold to Jared Benoit, then Alan Jonathan, Joe Barrios, Jamie Butler, Dwayne Sevilla, Greg Hagewood, Thomas O'Brien, and I think I've got 4 of those left. That's Far Beyond Driven. Pantera, Far Beyond Driven. Thomas O'Brien was the last one I had shown. And let's see here. Paul Brothers on the wait list for Rob Zombie, Hellbilly Deluxe. And Josh, let me know if you want on a wait list for Full Moon Fever. I don't know why I just got one of those in. I hope they're not allocated. But let me know. Do you have Cowboys from Hell? I do. And when I show it, you better be ready, because I think I've only got like 10 or 15 of them. Okay, so let's go through this crate one more time. I have Pantera, Far Beyond Driven. I've got 4 of those. White and stronger than blue marbled vinyl. That's the specific color, $34.99. Shane, the price on the Zombies was $31.99. Odyssey and Oracle, a very tough original record to find, especially in good condition. I'm talking about OG pressings. Not easy to get. Time of the Season. It's a great psychedelic album. Great stuff on there. Tears for Fears, Song from the Big Chair. I hope everybody has one. $39.99. Still getting those in. It's an import. James Cohorn on a Pantera Far Beyond Driven. And Shane does want the copy of the Zombies, Odyssey and Oracle. That only leaves 2 other records in this crate. The other one was the restock of Pink Floyd, A Saucer Full of Secrets. That is the remastered mono edition, and I believe this is an album you would probably want in mono. That is $33.99, Pink Floyd, Saucer Full of Secrets. And if you're just hopping on and you missed the first Pantera title, I got more of these than any others. That is the Great Southern Trendkill. That is $34.99 as well. Pantera, the Great Southern Trendkill. Single LP, colored vinyl. That is also $34.99. This is white and sandblasted orange marbled vinyl. White and orange marbled vinyl on that one. Do you also have Vulgar Display? Yes, I have a restock of all the colored vinyl Panteras tonight. I will try to show those little by little. We have a total of 1, counting this one, 1, 2, I'm going to count the boxes as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 crates of new vinyl to go through. Steve Howe, see back up to the top here. Steve Howe on Pink Floyd, Saucer Full of Secrets. Mike Vandergist also on Pink Floyd, Saucer Full of Secrets. When is Balance getting auctioned? We don't even have that off the truck yet. It's going to be a while. Do we have any Monster Magnet? Not that I'm aware of. We still have an entire U-Haul in the parking lot we've got to get unloaded. So we do not have... we're not even done. Is there still stuff still on the trailer, Tanner? I think we're still getting stuff off of our trailer. Dallas has not even been unloaded yet. It will be a while before I show any of that. We still got Tampa, Bowling Green, Dallas, or Austin. We have more records than we've ever had before. Are those the same Pantera you sold a ton of last year? Yes, those are the ones. Was it last year? Or I think it's almost 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. George Buchanan on Pink Floyd. Colin Butler also on A Saucer Full of Secrets. And we have we've got a lot of them. We've got probably counting, let's see, Jody Ruffner on Def Leppard Hysteria. Sorry, Jody, I read that, but I didn't say it out loud to Tanner. So let me grab a new crate. So lots of Pantera still left. That's the Great Southern Trendkill. That's the only one we still have a lot of in there. Let me see here. Let's see here. Let me grab. Let's start. I'm going to go ahead and keep it balanced. Let's do a crate of vintage check condition titles. I don't know where these are from, but they're check condition. Check condition. So let me know. Let's see. Chad, I don't know if you're in Dallas. Yeah, well, I was there, but it was strictly business, and it was like I had some other people, customers I was wanting to meet while I was down there, and the deal with this guy was excruciating, to say the least. So it was it took a lot. It took a lot to get this deal done, and then traveling, I had to wait basically for a truck and a trailer, and then we had to rent a U-Haul. And it was a big, it was complicated. So, okay, let's do, I'm about to go grab that crate of Japanese stuff. I'm going to auction it off tonight, but not before I show some new check condition arrivals. Check condition. So I'm going to tell you the grade. Some of these aren't pristine. They may be VG or VG plus copies, but that usually means they're a little bit cheaper. Neil Young, everybody knows this is nowhere. This is a VG copy. $14.99. Neil Young, everybody knows this is nowhere. And usually some things that are VG, I've test played them before and they don't sound too bad. Especially if it's an older record, 60s with deeper grooves, they don't sound too bad. $14.99. Joe Walsh recorded live is EX $17.99. That's Joe Walsh. You can't argue with a sick mind. That's $17.99 EX condition. Santana Abraxas, a VG copy, $12.99. Santana Abraxas, $12.99. VG. Edgar Winter Group, they only come out at night, is a VG Plus, $14.99. Edgar Winter Group, that is the OG label. Orange Epic VG Plus, $14.99. Robin Trower for Earth Below, also EX, $17.99. Robin Trower, green chrysalis label. ZZ Top, Rio Grande Mud, VG copy, $14.99. Rio Grande Mud. The best of the spinners. That is EX, $12.99. EX, $12.99. Good thing you're still young. Yep, and I've got great help like Tanner, Henry, and Tyler. We even had somebody works for Henry come and help us, so that was much needed. Mike Vandergist on Robin Trower. First thing I did, though, as soon as I got to Dallas, I had a little extra time because I didn't know if I didn't know if I was going to be leaving that night on a flight or be there for 3 days like I was. But David Schroeder gets the spinners. Mike Vandergist got Robin Trower. I had to go to Dealey Plaza. Went there right off the bat. Several people next on spinners. Jen Baker and Casey Campbell. Tanya Tucker's Greatest Hits, EX, $12.99. Little Orphan Annie original radio broadcast. I've never seen this before. Little Orphan Annie radio broadcast. Get your Ovaltine. Look, big can of Ovaltine on the back. VG Plus, $14.99. Fleetwood Mac, their self-titled album. VG Plus, $24.99. Their self-titled album from 1975 has the lyric insert with it. VG Plus, $24.99. Terrell Boat Night on Tanya Tucker. Terrell was first to Tucker. Kyle Morgan was second. And this is Kansas Monolith. Kansas Monolith. This is EX $17.99. Kansas Monolith. EX $17.99. Wow, we have 333 people watching. I haven't had that many on in a long time. Thanks, everybody. I guess the sharing's working. So if you're watching for the first time, welcome. Make sure if you see anything you want, comment, and we'll sell it to you. If you're first, only if you're first. You'll see some things you're second and third on. But if you're first, we'll sell it to you. And then I'll give you instructions. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. This is EX $17.99. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. EX $17.99. And Iron Butterfly in Agata Davida. It was supposed to say in the Garden of Eden, but they were too tripped up on LSD. VG copy, $9.99. Kansas Leftoverture is EX $17.99. Carry On, My Wayward Son. All right, so we had Tucker, Tracy Miller on Annie radio broadcast. That's so did Tracy Miller. Steve Botsford on Kansas. I think Steve wanted the Monolith album. And let's see here. And Steve Botsford wanted Kansas again, so Steve's 2 for 2 on the Kansas. And Brent McKinney was first to Iron Butterfly. What's the condition of ZZ Top, the Rio Grande Mud? Tracy McFadden, that was a VG copy, $14.99. Let's see what label. That is the OG label. That's a blue London label. If you want it, it's yours. Kristen, you were second to Left Overture, and Joe Sloop, you were second to Iron Butterfly. Eagles, One of These Nights. That's a VG Plus, $24.99. The Eagles, One of These Nights, VG Plus, $24.99. And Derek and the Dominoes, Layla, and other assorted love songs. This is a VG copy, $14.99. That's also an original label, VG $14.99. The Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute, EX $17.99. Let's see here. Terrell Boat Night on Fleetwood Mac. Terrell Boat Night on Fleetwood Mac. And Tracy McFadden said sold on the ZZ Top Rio Grande Mud. That is sold to Tracy McFadden. And Kevin Willis on DD, Derek and the Dominoes. Can we please remove E from YouTube, whoever that is? Well, Val, I don't want to do it because I don't want to accidentally block anybody, but we need to remove E. Whoever E is. I don't know who you are, E, but you're not going to be on anymore. Toto Hydra, this is EX $17.99. Toto Hydra, EX $17.99. And Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards, VG Plus $14.99. Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards, VG Plus $14.99. Boz Scaggs, Moments, VG Plus $14.99 on that as well. And Boz Scaggs and Band, that is probably, I think that one is his third. That is also $17.99. EX Condition. If you hear me say EX, that's pretty close from us not calling it a non-check condition record. I mean, this just maybe have a couple of hairlines on it. You know, maybe something keeping it from being not near mint minus. So, Leonard Skinner, nothing fancy. Hey, it's been a while since I've seen any vintage or OG Skinner. VG Plus $24.99. That is the original black rainbow MCA label. VG Plus $24.99 on Leonard Skinner. And Alan Parsons Project I Robot. VG Plus $14.99. $14.99. Michael Bohannon on Leonard Skinner. Michael Bohannon first on Leonard Skinner. Jacob Smith, you were second. And Rosington Collins Band, Anytime, Anyplace, Anywhere. That is EX $22.99. Skinner went to Michael. Jacob Smith, you were second. Steve Botsford first on I Robot, the Alan Parsons Project. The Byrds, Greatest Hits. There's some good stuff here. EX $17.99. Mr. Tambourine Man, Turn, Turn, Turn. 8 Miles High. The Byrds, Greatest Hits. The Who Are You? VG $9.99 is EX, and no, EX would be pretty much a drop below near mint minus the way we grade. EX plus and near mint minus is pretty much that plus on the end is just that borderline, meaning okay, this one's much nicer than an nicer than an EX record. So of course, we're familiar with grading across all platforms, but since we're online and everything's been shown kind of fast, we've kind of developed our own little thing. Near mint, EX plus, that means not check condition, and then EX, VG plus, VG, and then we don't usually put out anything less than VG. So I need a chart. Yeah, I need to post that in the group one day and kind of explain it, show some videos or something. But it's kind of hard when we're showing records at a record pace to keep up with it. But we pretty much put all the check condition stuff together so people that don't like check condition at all knows where we're at. So, okay, Marty Ellis was first on the Byrds. Rick Haney, you were second. And we have America, their self-titled first album. This is a VG Plus $14.99. Horse with No Name, that's a great album. Saturday Night Fever soundtrack is EX $17.99. Saturday Night Fever soundtrack and Elvis Costello, Taking Liberties. EX $22.99 for Elvis Costello. Uh-oh, the Allman Brothers. $37.99. EX $37.99. This is that tan Capricorn label, which is technically the second label. Very clean copy. $17.99. Doug Jeppesen, before I put it back in the crate. Sold to Doug Jeppesen. And this next record will sell immediately, and it's the OG press. It is $44.99. It's Leonard Skinner, pronounced Leonard Skinner. original Sounds of the South label. It is VG Plus, $44.99. That yellow label I just showed, that is the first pressing of this record. Sounds of the South, yellow MCA record, $44.99. Matthew, you were second to the Allman Brothers and first to Skinnerd. First to Skinnerd is who? Jesse Hood. Then John Burlingame, then Cameron Martin, then Kevin Doxey, then Terrell, then Adam. And yes, Jesse Hood was first. Jesse Hood was first. All right, one more time on this. Is the office unlocked? I'm going to go see if I can find that crate of Japanese stuff, or a crate of Japanese stuff. Unless somebody else maybe can do that. I just need maybe a crate of some of the newest looking arrivals. I think he has a lot of them dated. If not, I'll go do it right quick. So here's what's left. Neil Young, everybody knows this is Nowhere. VG copy, $14.99. Joe Walsh recorded live was EX, $17.99. Santana, Abraxas, Gatefold. This was, it feels like there was something else in here. Sometimes these have a poster with it, don't they? This one doesn't, though. VG, $12.99. The Edgar Winter Group, they only come out at night. VG Plus, $14.99. Free Ride, and Frankenstein on that one. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. EX, $17.99. Boys of Summer, the hit song on that one from Don Henley. Eagles, One of These Nights. Speaking of Don Henley, the Eagles, One of These Nights. VG Plus, $24.99. James Lester, first on Neil Young. If anybody's watching for the first time, anything you want to buy, just comment and then we'll give you instructions from there. Don't worry, you're in a fun, friendly environment. Doobie Brothers, EX, $17.99. Toto Hydra was EX, $17.99. Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards. That's a VG Plus, $14.99. Boz Scaggs, we got two, Boz Scaggs and Boz Scaggs. One of them's VG Plus, the other's EX, $14 and $17.99. Rosenton Collins Band, EX, $22.99. The Who Are You? That's a VG copy, $9.99. America is a VG Plus, $14.99. Saturday Night Fever, EX, $17.99. And Elvis Costello is EX, $22.99. Everything is sticker price right now for two reasons. One, so we can go a little bit faster. And number two, because they're new arrivals. All right, let's go through a crate of new stuff. All right, I got a couple things here we can auction. I went ahead and pulled these out. I just found this. I remember when I bought it, but we don't get his stuff very often. This is Flying Shoes, Townes Van Zandt. Flying Shoes, Townes Van Zandt. This is in the original tomato inner sleeve. Nice copy. Really nice copy. Flying Shoes, Townes Van Zandt. Tomato label. That's a $55 start. TVZ. Townes Van Zandt. That's called Flying Shoes. That is a $55 start. Until I get some Japanese stuff up here, we'll put that up for auction. And yeah, we'll just do that one right now. Okay, new vinyl. First, and I think, yeah, I've got some stuff now that we officially have waiting lists for. We have, first is this is TLC. TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool. As you see, I have an extensive, also Tanner, I did not print the warrant list because I didn't want to copy it over because it was so long, but if we can print the warrant list, that's great. We have a lot of pre-orders and wait lists. You see 3 sheets full. So when I show something, I'll see if there's already a wait list for it. James Bragg and Susie Breedlove was on the wait list for this, but we officially are in, we're officially in a crate of our new vinyl. We've got like 12 crates to go through. George Buchanan's at 55 on Townes Van Zandt. Here is the colored vinyl of Pantera Vulgar Display of Power, $34.99. Pantera Vulgar Display of Power. That is on white and true metal gray marbled vinyl, $34.99 for Pantera Vulgar Display of Power. XTC. This is I'm not for sure how to say this one, Nonsvich. And I'm pretty sure Brent Rabley, this is the one you wanted. If so, I've got 2 copies. I'll go ahead and hold you one. But this is the 200 gram, $33.99. Awesome gatefold. The 1992 classic album, newly cut, 200 gram. That is $33.99. Pantera, David Schroeder, Brent Hall, Joe Barrios, Dale Cooper, Thomas O'Brien. And it's Nonsuch. Nonsuch. Okay, they just wrote it a little. Nonsuch. 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 Okay, very close. We know Jeff McIntosh wants one. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this is the one Brent Rabley wanted. If it is, we need to go ahead and pull one for him. And then if anybody else wants on a waiting list, please let me know. But I do have 2 of those. Or I do have, well, I had 1 extra. It's sold. Jeff McIntosh. So I have 0. If anybody wants on the wait list, let me know. Nirvana, live at the Paradiso, Amsterdam. That's on colored vinyl, $24.99. I don't think I had anybody waiting on that one, did I? I don't remember copying that one over. Nirvana, yeah, Courtney Eatman. Courtney Eatman. I have one already pulled for you. That's Nirvana live at the Paradiso, Amsterdam. That is on colored vinyl, $24.99. Michael McDowell wants one. Put George Buchanan on the XTC None Such waiting list. Also, final call on Towns Van Zandt Flying Shoes. Near mint minus. Tomato label. Very, very nice. That is about to be sold to George Buchanan for $55. Whitney Croy wants the other Nirvana. I've got about 5 Panteras left. Adam Stein's at 56 on Towns Van Zandt. And Stanley, I have an entire restock of the Dave Matthews, not the discography, but a bunch of them. So if you will wait, I will be showing those here and there tonight. The Beastie Boys, Hello Nasty, $49.99. The Beastie Boys, Hello Nasty, Gloria Bowers and Jerry Stone. I've already got one pulled for you. I have one left, $49.99 for the Beastie Boys, Hello Nasty. Steve Miller Band, live. I have one left. I only have one, $36.99. That's live, 1977, 2LP, $36.99. But I have a lot of Dave Matthews Band coming up. And let's see, Towns Van Zandt's at 56. Pantera price, $34.99. TLC price, $36.99. Walt Cruz wants the Beastie Boys. Towns Van Zandt's at 60 with George Buchanan. Metallica, In the City of Brotherly Love. That is live, red vinyl, $44.99. That was my first purchase. How do I pay and pick up? If you're local, these won't be available until Monday, but still message our page. If you're a first-time buyer, send our page a message. Thank you and welcome. We need your email address and your mailing address. Even though you're picking up, we still do need your information so we can put you into our Square invoicing system. When we send you an invoice, it's ready for pickup, which you'll probably get an invoice on Monday, and that's when you can pick up. You will need to also, if you're picking up, be sure to let us know you're picking up in your message, so we'll have it up front. Otherwise, it gets back in our kind of our back room area, and we have about 3,000 orders back there, and it will take us forever to find it. Sherry Darnell on TLC. Adam Stein's at 61 on Towns Van Zandt. And Metallica is a bootleg. Yes, that has never been released. I don't think there is many live Nirvana stuff that's ever been released officially. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits, $36.99. That is $36.99 for Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits, $36.99. There was a couple people waiting on that. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. Where are you, Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits? Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. Let's see here. Somebody. I'll find it in just a second. I know somebody was on the wait list for that. $36.99, Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. My favorite artwork. Well, not of all time, but I really like the Sabotage artwork. Just because it's a lenticular cover, and it looks like the ship's moving. $56.99 for Sabotage, The Wake of Magellan. Adam Stein's at 61 on Towns Van Zandt. Just so you know, those, George Buchanan, you're out on that. Steve Miller Band sold to Alvo Dabney. I'm still trying to find that list. Neil Young, where is that list? Steve Miller Band. Where are you, Steve Miller Band? Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer. I've already got one of these pulled for you. You are on a waiting list. Love and Rockets. Seventh Dream of Teenage Heaven. $29.99 for Love and Rockets. And we got a restock of Pink Floyd, The Wall. Pink Floyd, The Wall. $49.99. George Buchanan's at 65 on Towns Van Zandt. Since we're about to end that auction or getting pretty close, let me go try to find that Japanese stuff. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second on that. Alrighty. Okay, I'm back. I stepped 6 feet away to go get this stuff. But Yeah, so Japanese being Katrina and the Waves, Jay Giles, Queen, Beatles, Billy Joel, Hendrix, Beatles, Hendrix, Iron Maiden, Bruce Springsteen, Journey, Stones, Creedence, Stones, Judas Priest. Wow, we got a good crate here of Japanese stuff to auction tonight. All right, so Mike Vandergist on Pink Floyd, George Buchanan on Love and Rockets, Alvo Dabney on Pink Floyd, and Adam Stein, let me know if you're in or out on Towns Van Zandt. George Buchanan's at 65. Neil Young, Harvest Moon. That is a 2LP, $36.99 for Neil Young, Harvest Moon. I also have one copy of, Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits. That is $28.99. Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits is $28.99. There was somebody on a waiting list for that. Where are you, Janis Joplin waiting list? I got so many tonight. Gloria Bowers, you're also on a wait list for Janis Joplin. That is $28.99. All right, we got Pink Floyd. What is the price on Love and Rockets? That is $29.99. Love and Rockets is $29.99. Tim Holloway on the Janis Joplin. Which Billy Joel's? Give me 1 second. Final call on Towns Van Zandt. George Buchanan has that for $65. Final call. I got a restock with more on the way tomorrow of the Intervention Records Billy Squier Don't Say No, which is a fantastic sounding record. Very loud, very clean, very crisp. $54.99 for Billy Squier. One copy of The Offspring Americana, $36.99. And I have one copy of Genesis Duke, and that is on white vinyl, $28.99. Genesis Duke, $28.99. All right, let me go ahead and put up some Japanese auctions. Let's do Billy. We'll do some of these first ones I just pulled out. Billy Joel the Stranger and the Beatles, which is technically Meet the Beatles. Let's see here. Jerry Stone on Duke. Darren on the Billy Squier, I'm pretty sure. And John Ambrosic. If you want a Billy Squier, there's more of these being delivered tomorrow. So if anybody wants on the wait list, Intervention Records, 180 gram, pressed at RTI, very good sounding record. That's $54.99. We got Darren down for one, John on the wait list, and George Buchanan also on the wait list for Genesis. Speaking of George Buchanan, he's going to get the Towns Van Zandt Flying Shoes. First auction of the night, $65. Towns Van Zandt Flying Shoes. First two Japanese auctions of the night. Japanese press of Meet the Beatles on Apple. This is going to be a $45 start. Boy, I've handled a lot of Beatles albums these last couple days. This guy in Dallas, where we just got back from, not hundreds, we've got thousands of Beatle records. When I say thousands, more than 1,000. More than 1,000. I mean, for sure. When I was counting, definitely. I mean, stacks and stacks of Meet the Beatles, and just, it's incredible. This is a Japanese press of Meet the Beatles. Here's the original black inner sleeve that came with it. There is the lyric insert. The cover and insert is about VG+, and it has the Obi with it. Very clean copy. VG+ cover, a little bit of foxing up here. The vinyl is pristine, $45. Then we got a Japanese pressing of The Stranger, which some may say is his best album. Moving Out, Just the Way You Are, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. $35 start. Near mint, pristine Japanese vinyl. Cover, really nice with Obi. That's a $35 start. $35 start. Okay, so back up to the top. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. George Buchanan on Genesis. Brent, I've got you down for an XTC Nonesuch, if that's what you wanted. I'm pretty sure you told me to order that, didn't you? Or you said you wanted one if we got one. XTC Nonesuch. Eric wants Metallica and Pink Floyd. So Eric wants a copy. That's Eric Smalley on Pink Floyd and the Metallica Live Unofficial. Those are both sold. Let's see here. Trey Mendenhall's at $45 on the Beatles. And we have Billy Joe at $40. Okay, so I'm working a deal, hopefully later, on some of the butcher covers. By the way, I still have one for sale. I have one on my wall right now I'm looking at. It's $1,500. I still have one for sale. We don't need to buy any more right now. I've still got one. I'm waiting for somebody to buy it. It's right up there. We got a butcher cover. It's $1,500. We hadn't sold it yet. TLC. We got one copy left. Crazy, Sexy, Cool, $36.99. The Beatles is at $45 with Trey Mendenhall, final call, and CDs and vinyl is at $40 on Billy Joel, Final call. CDs and vinyl. That's a good name. Pantera. Vulgar Display of Power. This is $34.99. If you missed those earlier, we got a restock of all the colored vinyl Pantera. We've got 5 of those left. Billy Joel has the jacket and Obi. I see no insert and the LP, but no insert with that one. Billy Joel 41, Billy Joel 41, Pantera. Steve Miller Band Live, Breaking Ground, 1977, $36.99. Look at all these tracks. All these fantastic songs live, $36.99. Steve Miller Band, Greatest Hits. So we got Steve Miller Band Live and Steve Miller Band Greatest Hits, $36.99 for either one. A restock of that really cool Sabotage album, The Wake of Magellan. By the way, that is on orange vinyl that kind of matches the cover. 12-page book, lenticular cover. Those are $56.99. Ivan's at $46 on the Beatles. Trey's at $48. Love and Rockets. This is $29.99. Love and Rockets is $29.99. The Pink Floyd, The Wall, $49.99. Pink Floyd, The Wall, $49.99. Neil Young, Harvest Moon, $36.99. And The Offspring, Americana, is $36.99 for The Offspring, Americana. Alrighty. Let's see. We got the Beatles at 50. So high bidder on Billy Joel's David Johnson at 41. I'm going to condense some crates. So we still got Pink Floyd, $33.99. The other Pantera, Far Beyond Driven, was $34.99. Tears for Fears, of course, $39.99. And we still got a ton of the other Pantera album tonight, The Great Southern Trendkill. It was $34.99. All right, so Beatles 50, 52, 50, 42. Lots of bidding going on these two auctions. Let's do, David Hughes said Steve Miller Band and Pantera. Which one on either one? David, do you want Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits, Steve Miller Band Live? And I've got 3 different Pantera albums in the crate right now. Dakota wants a Sabotage. We know we can go ahead and pull that for Dakota. There's a Sabotage. And Eric wants 3 Pantera you've shown. Eric wants 1 each of all the Pantera I've shown. 1, 2, 3. I think I've got 2 more still to show tonight. Those are all 3 or so to Eric. Billy Joel's at 43 and the Beatles is at 55. Let me grab our next crate of vintage stuff. So I got a copy of Eddie and the Cruisers. Should I auction it or put it up for a bite now? I pulled it out to auction, but I wasn't for sure if I should do that or not, but I may go ahead. There's our first empty crate of the night. We're about to run out of crates again, and I'm about to show some stuff in boxes, which is unfortunate, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's go through this crate right here. This has got some killer stuff in it. I think a lot of this is from that collection in Lewisburg. Y'all remember that kind of surprise trip I took to Lewisburg? I posted, had all kinds of just cool 70s rock and pop in it. Tanner says he can't keep up. Is that what you said? Oh, I thought Tanner was saying he can't keep up. I was like, what? I've never heard Tanner say that before. Can't keep up with the collections. That's true. We can't keep up with how much we're buying. People see stuff in hot pictures and they're like, when is Balance going to be sold? And I'm like, I don't even know where it is right now. It's mixed in with about 100,000 other LPs. And that's not an exaggeration. So Ed says if you want to send him $100, he will climb in the U-Haul and dig it out. He will turn on a flashlight. He will find it. So, okay. What do we have here? Chris Crowley on Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. Which one did David want? David wanted a Greatest Hits. I've only got one left. David had dibs on that, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this for David. And Chris Crowley, I'm going to put you on a waiting list. So David Hughes gets Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. David, let me know which Pantera you wanted. Let me know which Pantera you wanted. You also wanted a Pantera. There's 3 different ones in there. Vulgar Display of Power, Far Beyond Driven, and Great Southern Trendkill. Let's see here. Next is, you're going to need a bigger building. Well, we're about to tear down a wall. Literally. We're about to tear down a wall in the back so we have more storage. Glenn Campbell, By the Time I Get to Phoenix. Look at him. He's trying to get to Phoenix. $9.99. That's what I look like when I'm waiting on my plane to leave for Dallas. I'm like, come on. I got to go buy records. $9.99. How do I bid? You just do it in the comments. Just like you just commented how you bid, you do it in the comments. David Schroeder wants Cowboys from Hell. Coming up, David. Have it ready. David Hughes wanted the Vulgar Display of Power. I now have 3 of those left. Vulgar display of power. Okay. Brent Rabley on Glenn Campbell. Some are bid, some are straight sale. That's true. So we're bidding on these records in the back. Let me move my camera up a little bit or adjust it or something so we can see those records in the back there. We're bidding on those. I'm about to give you an update on them. Everything in here is first come, first serve. As soon as I show it, I'm going to sell it to you. Glenn Campbell. Why aren't those on my screen right now? I got Brent. They're on my phone, though. Brent Rabley on Glenn Campbell. Or is something already moved? I'm not for sure. Chris Farrar was second. All right, ZZ Top Afterburner, $24.99. ZZ Top Afterburner, $24.99. ZZ Top El Loco. We have Afterburner and El Loco, $34.99 for El Loco. Any Whitesnake or Van Halen? Yes. What you got to do is just kick back and relax because I don't know what's in these crates and neither do you. We have about 10,000 records we could possibly show tonight. Just kind of relax. And you're about to see a lot of records. Other people are probably waiting for Whitesnake and Van Halen too, and we don't know what we're about to show. Neither do you. That's the good thing about it. Floyd Kramer, if I can spit it out, on a Quadra disc. Wow. Floyd in quad, $14.99. WVU Mounties wants ZZ Top El Loco. Now let's get our auctions updated. The Billy Joel is with Shane Salas. Shane, I've never mastered your last name. S-A-Y-L-E-S. Salas, maybe? You're at 45 on Billy Joel the Stranger. High bid. That is going twice, going 3 times to Shane. And Ivan Villavenicio is at 55 on Meet the Beatles. Also a final call on that. 55 and 45. Final call. All right. Let's see here. Say Els. Okay. Say Els. All right. Robin Trower, Victims of the Fury, is $19.99. Everything in here is EX Plus to Near Minus. These are not check condition. Captain and Tennille, Dream. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm reading stuff before I can. $9.99. Captain and Tennille, Dream. I don't have any Whitesnake for sale right now. If I do, they're hidden in one of these crates I'm about to show. Traffic, Low Spark of High Heeled Boys, but Whitesnake's Greatest Hits is something I make and order. If you want me to look into that, I will, Angela and Steven. I will definitely look into that. Traffic is $19.99. Low Spark of High Heel Boy. And Sha Na Na from the Streets of New York. $9.99 for Sha Na Na from the Streets of New York. That's in the shrink wrap. I was trying to pull the record out, but I failed. ZZ Top, Diguelo, $34.99. And we have... I don't know. Let's check the label. The Shaman. Move Any Mountain. The Shaman. That is $9.99. And the Best of Stan Freberg. That is also $9.99. Song of Joy, Captain and Tennille, $9.99. And Jesse Colin Young, The Highway is for Heroes. That is also $9.99. Okay. Colin Butler on Traffic. Let's see. Tom Steyer on The Shaman. Tom Steyer first night. Chris Farrar, you're second. Ivan Villavenicio gets the Meet the Beatles Japanese press for $55. And Shane, you get Billy Joel for $45. Peter said he was out, so we don't have to worry about that $50 bid. That means it's going to go back to you for $45. So Shane, say Els. I'm going to have to do that slowly now. That's sold to you for $45. Leo Kottke. I don't know what that one's called. I'll check it in 1 second. $9.99. Let me go ahead and put up our next Japanese auctions, which let me jump ahead here and see what we have. We have an Obi-less Iron Maiden. That's good. And we've got a Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits with an Obi I've never seen. Ooh, mono. What's going on with this? All right, Leo Kottke. What is this one called? Never mind. Sold to Chris Farrar. We'll go ahead and sell that to Chris. Iron Maiden. Self-titled. Wow. Japanese press. I believe this is the OG of this. No Obi. Iron Maiden, Japanese press, self-titled album. There's the disc. Near mint, pristine Japanese vinyl. There's the lyric insert. And we have Iron Maiden here. No Obi, but a very nice cover. Very nice cover. This we will start for $85. This is an Iron Maiden self-titled Japanese press, no obi. $85 start. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits is going to be a $65 start. It says in mono. I don't know if they're all like that, but not something I normally see marked on this one. Very nice copy. Near mint, pristine as usual. $65 start. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits has the lyric insert, has this inner sleeve. Very nice cover and obi. I said opie. That's an OB. Tim Holloway on Sha Na Na, so 85 and 65 on that. Sha Na Na is sold to Tim Holloway. And we have Stevie Ray Vaughan, $64.99. Couldn't stand the weather. Extremely nice copy. $64.99. Couldn't stand the weather. Willie Nelson, The Minstrel Man. Haven't seen that one in a while. $14.99. Willie Nelson, The Minstrel Man. Little River Band's Greatest Hits. How unusual. $14.99. It's an import copy. Little River Band's Greatest Hits, $14.99. Willie Nelson, Little River Band. Santana, Caravansari. Santana is $19.99. Caravansari. And Conway Twitty, Still in Your Dreams, $9.99. Gold stamp promo. Conway Twitty. Orson Welles, War of the Worlds. This is that historic fake radio broadcast with some other stuff, I believe. $29.99. Alan Johnson, first to the Little River Band. That's sold to Alan Johnson. Jacob Smith, first to the Stevie Ray Vaughan. That's sold to Jacob Smith. Kevin Hughes on WN. That was Willie Nelson to Kevin Hughes. Steve, you were second on Little River Band. Steve Botsford, third. Kevin Hughes wants WN. That was Willie Nelson and CT. Kevin, Willie Nelson's already sold, but I can get you CT, Conway Twitty, and Krista Moss wants the Orson Welles. Those are all sold. All right, next is Firefall. Firefall is $9.99, and Firefall Elon is $9.99. This one's called Firefall. It's self-titled. Another Firefall, Clouds Across the Sun, $9.99, and Fleetwood Mac Rumors, $34.99. What we have here appears to be a nice, clean, near mint minus OG copy with the original lyric insert. That is $34.99 for Fleetwood Mac Rumors. This is $119.99. I want to tell you for that first because it's a little bit pricier. This is a 1979 MoFi pressing of Little Feat Waiting for Columbus. $119.99. MoFi 2LP. Euro Trash Girl. What is this? It's $29.99. Euro Trash Girl. Chicks on Speed, maybe. Euro Trash Girl, $29.99. Shalimar Uptown Festival, $9.99. And Tres Hombres, ZZ Top. ZZ Top, Tres Hombres. Another very clean copy, $34.99. If for some reason our auctions don't get a bid, you can buy them now, which I'm going to do right now. If anybody wants Iron Maiden, it's $85. If anybody wants Jimi Hendrix, it is $65. So these are buy it nows. Now they're just as if they were in the crate. You can buy them for that opening bid I requested of $85 and $65. We have Iron Maiden, self-titled, a pristine Japanese pressing, and Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits, another one in mono. Hendrix in mono here. Red Polydor label. This is a $65 buy it now. I figured somebody would be over. Where's Preston Rogers at? I figured he'd at least be in on the Hendrix. I'm going to lay that over there. I can't get it quite back in the sleeve right now. Back up to the top, we have Alan Williams on FWM. That was Fleetwood Mac to Alan Williams. WVU Mounties on ZZ Top. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? I don't know if we have one of those in stock right now. I definitely don't have an original. If you want a new one, I can get you a new one, but I definitely don't have an original. Little Feat is $119.99. Phil Seymour is sealed with hop sticker, $14.99. Steve Young, Renegade Picker. Steve Young is $14.99. And Bill Withers, $59.99. An OG copy of Steel Bill. An OG copy of Steel Bill. Bill Withers has that kind of die-cut flip cover. Hadn't had one of those in a while. $59.99. Steve Winwood, Back in the High Life, $19.99. And Corone, is that what that says? Backtrack, $9.99. Let me grab our Next Japanese auctions, we're going to do, what are we going to do here? Oh my gosh, somebody was just asking for this. And this looks like a very nice copy. We have the best of Whitesnake, but I don't know how far this goes back, so let's take a look at it. The best of Whitesnake. See, I told you. Didn't even know this was over here. I've never seen it before. Didn't even know I owned it. The best of Whitesnake. This is a $65 start, Japanese pressing with Obi. We have this lyric insert. And this is Walking in the Shadows of Blues, Trouble, Lie Down, Sweet Talker, Love Hunter, Don't Break My Heart Again, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City, Fool for Your Love, and Take Me With You, We Wish You Well. That is a near mint, pristine, best of Whitesnake. That's a $65 start. Has that lyric insert I just showed. Extremely nice cover, and that's a $65 start. The Fix, Reach the Beach. The Fix is a $35 start. Boy, this is nice. Why am I selling this? I should be keeping this. The Fix, Reach the Beach. Top copy. Extremely nice. The Fix, Reach the Beach. I got to say that one slowly. $35 start. Has the lyric insert with it. And extremely nice cover. Very white. No foxing or aging spots on that one. $35 start. Is the Hendrix Complete. It has a lyric insert and inner sleeve with it. I don't think that one came with a poster like the U.S. version did. Little Feet is sold to Mike Cochran. And Tim Luddy, the Iron Maiden, is still available. It's an $85 buy it now. $85 buy it now. Hank Williams Jr., High Notes, $24.99. Sammy Johns has his hit song In My Chevy Van, $9.99. Sammy Johns. Molly Hatchet, their self-titled first album, 1999, 1978. Molly Hatchet self-titled. And John Lee Hooker, Free Beer and Chicken. 1974 quad press, $64.99. Look at the line. All those people are lined up for free beer and chicken. $64.99, and that's a quad pressing. Wow. $64.99, John Lee Hooker. Bruce Hornsby in the Range, The Way It Is, $24.99. And Robert Johnson, King of the Delta Blues Singers. This is a 1972 mono, $39.99. 72 mono, $39.99. Randy, The Fix is a $35 start. If you want to bid, you can bid in the comments. Sherry Darnell, first to John Lee Hooker. We have Robert Johnson still available. History of Elmore James on the Trip label, $24.99. History of Elmore James. This is Booker T and Priscilla, $24.99, 1971 press. And Rainmakers Tornado. Rainmakers, $9.99. Kansas, Point of No Return. We've already sold 3 albums of theirs. Here's a really good one, 1999, Point of No Return. And we have Genesis self-titled, also 1999. We've a couple songs on this album came on earlier today in the store. Illegal Alien, 1999. All right, Chasing Heart, that's Tommy Flowers, first on Rain. Joe Sloop, first on Kansas. Left Overture, that's sold to Joe Sloop. And Gamma 1, 1999. Thank you, Josh. See ya. 1999. This is Gamma 1, 1999. And Duran Duran 7 and the Ragged Tiger, $24.99 for Duran Duran. Eagles on the Border, $34.99 for the Eagles on the Border, $34.99. Joe Sloop got Kansas. Do you have Lee Morgan Tomcat? I don't know. I tell you what, there was a bunch of jazz, though, in the stuff that we bought yesterday. I mean, 15, 20,000 albums. Obviously, there's going to be a bunch of different stuff, but yeah. So, Joe Sloop on Gamma. Alan Jonathan on Duran Duran. Kevin Willis, you were next to Gamma. All right, I'm going to make some more auctions of Buy It Now. Whitesnake is a $65 Buy It Now. We have like 50 Japanese auctions to run tonight. If they don't get bids, I'm going to end them and move on. Whitesnake is a $65 Buy It Now. This is the best of Whitesnake, which I think is that kind of earlier Whitesnake cuts. I've never seen that before. $65 Buy It Now on that. And if anybody wants the Fix, it's now a first come, first serve. No one bid. $35 Buy It Now on the Fix. Reach the Beach. This one has One Thing Leads to Another. One Thing Leads to Another. Steve Botsford, first on the Fix. John was next.
Somebody else already commented that.
They did, but they didn't bid. Randy put Fix, but he said he might want to place your bid out there, and he never did, so I'm assuming he was passing. But yeah, I never did see anything else. He said, I bid on the fix. Well, I don't know what to do now. I never did see a numerical. I didn't know. I thought he maybe thought it was a buy it now. You got to have a numerical out there, because sometimes I show things and people's watching without sound and they think it's just like a buy it now, and then they don't bid again. I'm assuming they're passing. So you got to make sure you bid, please. Make sure it says the fix and 35. Otherwise, I don't know if you're bidding or not. I think you're claiming it, and it wasn't a claim. All right. Next two Japanese auctions. Let's see here. Bruce Springsteen next. Yes, Jerry, let me grab that right quick. Let me make sure I didn't see anything else. So I guess we need to give that to Randy then. Who did I say it went to? Steve. I guess Randy was bidding. Randy, I didn't see a numerical after that, but I guess I'll sell it to you for $35. I started at 35. I mean, that's another thing. Other people may have been waiting because they didn't know if he was bidding or not. So we kind of need to put it back up, but I don't know. That's kind of confusing now. Let me grab the Bruce Springsteen, Bruce Hornsby, and the range. Roger Ramjet on Bruce Hornsby and the range. Let me go ahead and pull that. Let me do all this in order before we lose our spot. Roger Ramjet, that's sold to you. If you're a first-time buyer, thank you. Make sure you get on our website. We're going to send you a link. And you need to fill that out. We will invoice you on Monday. $7 and limited shipping. $7 and limited shipping. David Johnson, the Booker T and Priscilla was $24.99. This should be on Stacks, right? Or is it Atco? A&M. I was strike three, Chad. Booker T, very nice copy, $24.99. White Snakes is $65. And I guess Randy gets the fix for $35. That's sold to him. Make sure if you're bidding, you got to put the numerical in there with the comment, or I think you're just kind of claiming it, which isn't good, because then I'm just going to ignore that and move on. Judas Priest. I don't recall ever having a Japanese press of this. This is stained glass. Stained glass. Very nice copy. Has one little corner bump here. Obi. This is a $65 start. Judas Priest. Stained glass. We do not get this in too often. Has the lyric insert there. Judas Priest. There's the original inner sleeve that came with it. CBS Sony anti-static. Nice cover. And the vinyl is near mint, pristine Japanese pressing. And that is a $65 start. I'll get another auction started in just a second. Let me lay that right up here in slot number 1. Okay, the Eagles is a OG press with poster. $34.99. Hotel California. This has the poster with it. $34.99. Hotel California. Donald Fagen, the Nightfly. $29.99. Donald Fagen, the Nightfly. $29.99. Clint Eastwood, Honky Tonk Man soundtrack. That is sealed. $24.99. And the Doobie Brothers Stampede. The Doobie Brothers Stampede is $14.99. Okay, the Bruce Springsteen. My Japanese crate, I got Katrina, Jay Giles, Eagles, John Lennon, Queen, Hendrix, Wings, Duran Duran, Eagles, Santana, Youthquake, Beatles, David Bowie, Jim Croce, Billy Joel, Iron Maiden, The Cars, Bruce Springsteen, Journey, Stones, Eagles, Creedence, Stones, Croce, Simon & Garfunkel. My which charger? Laptop's plugged up right here. This is the Bruce Springsteen box set. Live box set. That's the Bruce Springsteen record. This is a $65 start. $65 start. David, it's not Wings Wildlife. $65 start. Live, 1975 to 85. This is the Japanese press. Japanese press has one book with it. Has another book with it. This is like a U.S. lyric book. This is the Japanese lyric book with other information. So 2 books with that one. Has all 5 inner sleeves and all 5 LPs. That is the Japanese press of that. $65 start. No Obi. We do have a $65 bid with Dale Cooper on Judas Priest. That was the Bruce Springsteen. $65 start on that. Alan Williams on DF. That was Donald Fagen. That sold to Alan Williams. Eric Clapton, No Reasons to Cry. Eric Clapton's $34.99. Hadn't seen that in a few shows, several shows, maybe a few months worth of shows. Very clean copy. It's Like You Know Me. I know everything y'all are looking for and everything you need and want for your collection. Believe me. I promise you, I know everything you're looking for. Allman Brothers is $39.99. Wipe the windows, check the oil, $39.99. Pristine copy. The Allman Brothers, $39.99. Poco, Under the Gun. Poco is $9.99. And the Doobie Brothers, Taking It to the Streets, $19.99. $19.99. Hotel California. That was, and more info on the Eagles Hotel California HQ 180. That was a OG copy of Hotel California that I just showed. Vince Gill, $39.99. Vince Gill from what year? 1984. Vince Gill, that's self-titled. Loud George, Thanks, I'll Eat It Here. That is $19.99. And Georgia Satellites is $34.99. Dwayne's at 66 on Judas Priest. We have Tony Doyle first on the Allman Brothers. Jerry Stone first on Poco. Sherry Darnell first on Vince Gill. And we have next Volunteer Jam 3 and 4 by the Charlie Daniels Band. This is a gold stamp promo, $34.99. Also of Wet Willie, Willie Nelson, Toy Caldwell, Marshall Tucker Band, $34.99 for that. And Little Feat, Let It Roll. That is $19.99 for Little Feat. All right, update on our auction. We've got Judas Priest at $66 with Dwayne Sevilla. Dwayne's at $66 on Judas Priest. Price on ZZ Top Afterburner, it was $24.99 WVU Mounties. Billy Humphrey on GS, that's Georgia Satellite, sold to Billy Humphrey. If anybody's a first-time buyer or you hadn't bought in a long time, please make sure you message our page. If you're watching on YouTube, there's kind of an additional step since you're not on Facebook. Unless you do have a Facebook, you need to message us. But if you're on YouTube and you don't have a Facebook, there's a form through our website you can fill out, and we will take care of you from there. We will invoice you on Monday, $7 unlimited shipping. Dylan Weishaupt first to Little Feat. We've also got Charlie Daniels Band, Honey in the Rock, early Charlie Daniels Band, $24.99, one of his first three, I think. Foghat, Rock and Roll Outlaws, that's $14.99. And Dire Straits Brothers in Arms, $34.99. Dire Straits Brothers in Arms, $34.99. This is the Robert Ludwig, RL. That is the Robert Ludwig on that, $34.99. And Henry Gross Release, that is $9.99. Steve Bosford gets Dire Straits. And Final Call on Judas Priest for $66. I'm not going to go back through those again in depth, but I am going to read the titles. If you want to know a price, please let me know. We've got Henry Gross, Foghat, Charlie Daniels, Volunteer Jam, hosted by Charlie Daniels, Loud George, the Doobie Brothers, Eric Clapton, Doobie Brothers Stampede, Honky Tonk Man soundtrack, the Eagles, Hotel California. This is, whoever asked about it earlier, this is an original press, and that has the poster with it, $34.99. Bruce, Molly Hatchet was $19.99. Tim Lassiter was second to Dire Straits, and Jerry Stone needs to put back Poco. Booker T and Priscilla, Eagles on the Border, Genesis, Elmore James, Robert Johnson, Molly Hatchet was $19.99. Sammy Johns, Hank Williams Jr., Corone, Steve Winwood, Bill Withers, Steve Young, Phil Seymour, Shalimar, Chicks on Speed, Euro Trash Girl, Clouds Across, we got 3 Firefalls, 1, 2, 3. Whoever asked about Santana earlier, it was $19.99. Jesse Colin Young, Captain and Tennille, Stan Freeberg, ZZ Top, Captain and Tennille, Robin Trower, Floyd Kramer, and ZZ Top again. Let's see. Jerry need to put back Poco, so here it is. $9.99. Bruce says, Molly Hatchet, please. Bruce wants the Molly Hatchet. That's sold to Bruce. Michael says, EJ. Let me figure out what that was. Elmore James was $24.99. And the Robert Johnson is $39.99. That's a 72 mono. Matthew Knight was first to Robert Johnson. Sammy Johns was $9.99. All right. Judas Priest, it is near mint. It's a near mint, pristine Japanese pressing. I'm about to sell it to Dwayne. He's at $66. I was actually about to sell it right now. Since you asked, we'll make sure you don't want to bid, and if you don't, I'm going to sell it. Michael Nath got Elmore James, Sammy Johns to Shane, and Bill Withers is $59.99, I believe. Bill Withers, still Bill. That is $59.99. We got ZZ Top DeGuelo, and we got ZZ Top Afterburner, $24.99. How much is the Eagles with the poster? $34.99. $34.99. Everything is sticker price, whether you buy one record or if you buy 30 tonight. Right now, first time going through these, they're sticker price. About midnight, if you can stay awake, we may talk. We may talk a $5 or a $3 or maybe even a $10 discount bundle. Right now, they're sticker price. You have an opportunity to buy them. If not, we might not show them again until 3 months from now, or we might show them about 11 o'clock, midnight, and they might be a little bit cheaper. Some of these things we literally just put out. We just put them out for sale, so they're sticker price, especially as much as we have to go through to get them and clean them and get them here to ready for sale for you. Let me walk over here so I can get a crate of new vinyl. Let me unplug this for a second. All right, let me grab another. We're about to bring out a box of new vinyl. And Tanner, I hope you're ready to write down some names because I'm bringing out the you-know-what. All right. I've got 42 copies left. I told about 3 people they had to watch the show to claim one live. I've got 42 copies left. You probably can already recognize it. This is Warrant Dog Eat Dog. I've got 42 left. They are $39.99. I'm going to offer them tonight. And if you don't get one tonight, this time tomorrow, they may be like $59.99. I've got 42 copies left to tag. We're about to print that pre-order. Can we do that actually? I'm going to read off the pre-order for this. Hope everybody has one already. They're $39.99. $39.99 until we sell out. If you were in on the pre-order, you're good. I got all of them. I got 150 copies, and we had 118 pre-orders, 108 pre-orders. I've got 42 left. So, all right, let me see where we're at on our auctions first before we get too deep into these. First, we got a copy of Judas Priest, Stained Glass. This is a Japanese press with Obi. Has the book with it, or the Japanese insert. Super nice cover as well. One little corner bump. Jamie Butler was at $67. Jamie Butler, it was at $67 on Judas Priest. That was the high bet on that. Dwayne Sevilla right back in at $68. And then let me go ahead and start counting out some warrants. We got a bunch of them. We got a bunch already sold, it looks like. First on my screen, we got Darren Wortman, Terrell Lassiter. By the way, if you're commenting, I'm assuming you want one regardless if you're on the pre-order or not, or you may end up with 2, which isn't a bad thing. Darren Wortman on Warrant, Terrell Lassiter, Michelle Phillips, Andrew Erickson. This is Warrant Dog Eat Dog, limited and numbered music on vinyl. Let me stop talking so I can count accurately. Darren Wortman, Terrell Lassiter, Michelle Phillips, Andrew Erickson, James Cohorn, Michael Nath, Greg Stone, Bubby Mercer, Kevin Crowell, Chris DeMoss. Next is Jen Baker, and then Jeff Johnson, then Joe Gabriel, then Thomas O'Brien wants 2 of them. Shane Berry wants 1. So does Sherry Darnell. Jamie Butler's at 69 on Judas Priest. And I think we're caught up now. David Chilcote and Calvin Ward and Steve Carmichael. And yes, these are colored vinyl, limited and numbered for music on vinyl. I've got my hand on the ones that's left. Okay, here's the list. I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to read off these names, everybody who pre-ordered, including if somebody got multiple copies. The last one I called off was Steve Carmichael. So anybody after that, I still got to pull out of the bin. Here's the list. It's 3 pages long. Jeff McIntosh, Nick Pullen, Jamie Butler, William Lee Murray, William Lee Murray. He got 2 of them. John Stites, Bill Walton, Ted Mindpiece, Eric Beck, Jeff Hawes, Wayne Kelly, Bill Fratsky, Kevin Jordan, Jamie Sperlin, Bubby Mercer, Kevin Huffman, Woods Felix, Brandon Jackson, David Schroeder, Greg Hagewood, Whitney Croy, Terry Myers, Stacy Brown, Jamie Shears, Grant Peltzer, Scott Fish, Richard Davis, Joe Willinger, Scott Smith, Paul Beal, Jay Condy, Chris Garner, Steve Howe, Kendall Edwards, Chris Carbone, Lily McCurry, Thomas O'Brien, Craig Proper, Bruce Walker, David Tate, Patty Williams, Dwayne Sevilla, C. William Pop, Calvin Ward, Wayne Carr, Brent Rabley, A. Brett Woodard, Debbie Blair, Rodney Ball, Don Unstad, Bob McKinney, Chris Carrick, J.J. Wilson, Susie Breedlove, Linda Hasty, Randy Scarborough, Kevin Crowell, Corey Allnut, Brian Clement, Paul Brothers, Hector Bettino, David Eberly, Gerard Catatori, Cameron Nance, John Sheehan, Scott Smith, Clint Howard, Kevin Jordan, Jason McCalb, Rob Scheffler, Stephen Tuttle, Dan Triaga, George Buchanan, Adam Stein, Eddie Bruce, Stephen Roberts, Lou Hetzer, Charlie DeFrank, Debbie Blair, Ben Stimble, and Matt Kolb. Whew. That was it. There's the Motley Crue box set. I'll do that one later. All right, so the last name I read off was Steve Carmichael. Alan Williams wants one. David Eberly, I have no idea if I read off your name or not. He was on there. Okay, so I'm not going to pull one for you. Now, this is Warrant Dog Eat Dog, limited edition of 2,500 on red and blue marbled transparent vinyl. Stephen Tuttle says, I'll take one more. There's one to Stephen. There's one to James McGowan. So this originally came out on yellow vinyl. Oh, that hop sticker. Nope. I was about to say it's upside down. No, we just have it in the box. The cover's odd because it goes both ways. Bob McKinney, did I just say did I already read off his name? I don't know. I'll go ahead and pull. Do what? I'll take another one. All right, so Bob McKinney. Walt Cruz wants two, and then Tim Lassiter. So this originally came out on yellow vinyl. We got about, I didn't realize it was going to be that big of a hit. We got about 50 of them. We sold like 40. I held back 5 to put on eBay, and I've sold them as high as like $140. The yellow vinyl, they obviously saw there was a huge demand, so they announced another pressing, another 2,500 on a different color, and that's what this is. So the yellow vinyl was as expensive as, the yellow vinyl is what we had first, and this is blue and red marble. And this is the first time that album has really been reissued in a long time, or ever, I guess since the OG. So, okay, can I get a total? So we need to give another one to Michelle. I want the pre-order and just claim, and the one I want to claim for, okay. Marty Ellis, Bob Reiger, David Hughes, Matt Algram. I'm getting low. Now, I should have 150 more on the way, but I don't know. So, but everything so far in this box, and what we'll do, when I get down to about 3, actually, I'm going to say I have 2, 4, 6. I'm going to say I have 6 left. These are $39.99. When I get down to 3, I'm going to save them in case we accidentally miss somebody, since we're going to end up selling almost 150. So, there's another one for Paul Brothers. Fred Carnell wants one. Jeff Johnson, I got you one. And Jerry Stone, I've already got you one. All right, there's Kevin Jordan. So I'm going to pull out 3. And Tanner's busily writing down all these names. I'm going to save these 3 just in case. We're going to put these away. And I've got technically 5 left to sell. Jody Ruffner, I've got 4 left to sell. Jody Ruffner was the last one. Not a bad thing to buy, even if you don't like Warrant. I'm telling you, these things are incredible, as you can tell. All righty. So, I've got 4 left. All those are sold. I'm going to put a piece of paper down. I'm going to put the list down between them. All right. Pink Floyd Metal. Got a restock of Metal. These are $33.99, 180 gram remaster. The entire side 2 is an epic song called Echoes. Echoes. That is $33.99. Pink Floyd Echoes. Randy Scarborough wants another copy. Alan Williams wants another copy. Charlie DeFrank wants another copy. And Roger Ramjet. I don't have any more to sell tonight. No more to sell tonight until they're all tagged, and probably after this week. They're all gone. Those extra 3, I'm going to save in case we mistagged or miss somebody. So we won't know until literally after we probably send invoices. So, and if they're not claimed, then I'll have 3 copies to sell. I doubt they'll be $39.99. These may get put up for a rainy day, as we call it. These may get put up in case we miss somebody. If we miss somebody, we got extras. All right, George Ellis on metal. I'm just going to pull these out of the crate, Tanner. There's George Ellis on metal and James Lester on metal as well. Yes. If anybody was a new buyer right then, if anybody was a new buyer on Warrant, Dog Eat Dog, please make sure you message our page. We invoice you on Monday, $7 and limited shipping. I think we just sold 147 of those. I hope I get 150 more. Colin Butler, metal, $33.99 on metal. This is such a quiet, intimate album. These 180-gram remasters are beautiful. They're great, especially for these quiet Pink Floyd albums. There's one for Colin Butler. Fred, if you want one, I've got 3 left. And I think Scotty G-Force, I don't know if you're watching that, Scotty G-Force, but I've already got one pulled for you, $33.99. Alex, I got a warrant set aside for you. So if you get your invoice on Monday and you've got one too many warrants, let us know and we'll take one off. If you are missing one, let us know and we'll put you on there. But right now we're sold out and we only have 3. Fred wants a metal and so does C. Michael Nath. Those are all sold. All right. Where were we on Judas Priest? We only have one active auction. So we actually just got 2 messages that just popped into our inbox. People saying, can I get a warrant? I guess word's out that they're delivered and they're in. We'll be getting messages for probably about 2 weeks, people wanting to buy these. I hope I get more of them. But right now, we're officially sold out. The last bid I seen on Judas Priest, man, it could be way up here, but I'll try to find it. Jamie Butler was at $71. Jamie, if you can hear me and you're still watching, go ahead and bid 71 again. And go ahead and bid 71 again, and that way that's at the bottom of the list. I got 1 Pink Floyd metal left. For those asking earlier, we got a restock of Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreamin'. Under the Table and Dreamin', $39.99. Remastered Dave Matthews Band. The other night we showed one of these and we was like, we had them for a while and then all of a sudden we started selling a bunch of them. So Dave Matthews Band, $39.99. I actually think that's a couple dollars cheaper. I must have got those from a different place. $39.99 for Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreamin'. Yes, we will start a wait list for Warrant for 2 reasons. People who don't pay. We got a lot of new buyers. I hope that everybody is buying one for the first time you actually pay for it. But a lot of people in the group, I don't think have messaged our page back or messaged our page. So if you want on that wait list for Warrant, let me know. We'll have people who don't pay. We'll have people we never hear from. And then we'll have people who we accidentally gave 2 or 3 to that only wanted 1 or 2. So if you want on that wait list, let me know. Right now, it will be a waiting list, though. They're all gone. I wish I would have ordered more now. But I just never know about these things. Let's see. So, and the wait list is not a bad thing, because by the time probably the wait list comes around, and I'll probably put like a time limit on that. We'll probably say like 2 weeks, and until we get another shipment. Okay, Chris Carrick wants a Dave Matthews Band, and that's the only thing left in there. Final call on Judas Priest for 71. Final call on Judas Priest for 71. Final call. Tanner will take down those names. The only thing left in here is a Pink Floyd medal for $33.99. I need to definitely get more of those. And Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreamin', $39.99. I can always use lots of those. $39.99 for Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreamin'. I'm going to put those right over here, actually. Dave Matthews Band was $39.99. Dave Matthews Band was $39.99. See William Pop. All right. Yes, I'm going to hand Tanner these. He's going to start making sticky notes, and we got a lot of warrants to tag in. Don't want to drop those. Colin Butler needs to put back Low Sparks of a High-Heeled Boy. Low Spark of a High-Heeled Boy. He needs to put that back. Let me grab our next crate of new vinyl right over here. We probably will sell out of this title too. Hopefully. I'm getting stabbed by cardboard. It doesn't feel good. Seth, Seth's locked out. We changed the lock, Seth, and we didn't give you a key. So, we changed the locks on Seth. All right. Yeah, we're not giving you a key either. Judas Priest is sold for $71 to Jamie Butler. All right. I told y'all we had some crazy new vinyl tonight. 71 to Jamie Butler. Okay. If you don't have one of these already, I'm going to read the waiting list. Zach Bryan, American Heartbreak, $49.99. Zach Bryan, triple LP, 34 songs, $49.99. Zach Bryan, American Heartbreak. We don't even have those stickered yet because we figured we might not even need to sticker them. $49.99, American Heartbreak. Here's the official waiting list for that, or actually I did a pre-sale on it. Cody Chandler, Andy Mitchell, Sherry Darnell, Brent Rabley, Chad Holder, Josh Huddleston, we've already got his pulled by the way, Jacob Smith, Jeffrey Butts, Matthew Watson, Jeremy Ivey, Frank Galena, Preston Denny, and Frank Kilpatrick. Frank Kilpatrick. That was the list for the pre-sale. Some of these had sold as much as $100 plus recently because they have been low production for some reason. $49.99. That is Zach Bryan, American Heartbreak. Brent McKinney's to put back Iron Butterfly. I'm pretty sure there was 2 or 3 other people after him. I don't know who anymore. But Mad Season, Above, $44.99. This is pressed at RTI. This isn't the music on vinyl version. I ordered more and didn't realize I wasn't getting the music on vinyl. This is Mad Season Above, 2 LP, pressed at RTI, $44.99. George Ellis wants a Mad Season. I've got 4 copies of that left. I have plenty of Zach Bryan's, as you can tell. This is a live, unofficial Stevie Ray Vaughan, The Reading Festival, 1983. The Reading Festival. Reading. I think that's Reading, isn't it, Ed? The Reading Festival. There probably wasn't a lot of reading going on there. $36.99. Reading Festival. Metal Church, $44.99. Metal Church, music on vinyl, $44.99. That's a restock of their self-titled album. And we've got a couple extra Iron Maiden, Seventh Sons, The Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Boy, that's always tough to read. $36.99. George got a Mad Season. Let's pull a Mad Season for Chris Carrick. We need to pull one for Michael Nath and Jason Daub and Charlie DeFrank. The bad thing about this is I don't know if I can get more, but we will definitely take a waiting list. I will make sure if you're on the waiting list, it is the RTI press. I'll make sure it looks just like this and confirm it's pressed at RTI. This should be really good sounding. The other one was a, wow, was there a lag in the comments or something? We're just now getting all the Zach Bryan comments. Mad Season, $44.99. Please let me know if you're on this waiting list. This could be something we sell out of. And if we sell out of it, or if we can't get any more, then they might be gone for a while. So that's Mad Season. Okay. Well, you already tagged George Ellis, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, George Ellis. So those go to Chris Carrick, Jason Daub, Charlie DeFrank, and Joe Marino. I had 5 of them. We've already tagged one. The next 4 comments was Chris Carrick, Jason Daub, Charlie DeFrank, and Joe Marino. All right. Then the next comment after that, next new comment, is Michael Nath on Stevie Ray Vaughan. Michael Nath got Stevie Ray Vaughan. Calvin Ward on a wait list for that. And then the 2 Metal Churches are sold to Martin Pryor and Darren Wortman. Well, I don't have enough of these for the demand tonight. Darren Wortman and Joe Marino, Martin Pryor and Darren Wortman on the Metal Church. Joe Marino was the last person to get a Mad Season. Jerome, Mad Season was $44.99. Bill Walton wants an Iron Maiden. That goes to Bill Walton. And then Joe Marino wants a Zach Bryan. So does Clay Moore. That's our next two. Bruce Moriando on the Iron Maiden. That's sold to Bruce. And Jason Dobb, a.k.a. Belinda. Jason is officially Jason on YouTube now. David Schroeder wants on the wait list for Mad Season, not Cowboys. And Jamie Butler wants on the wait list for Metal Church. Okay, I think I got all that figured out. So the only thing left in here is Zach Bryan American Heartache. I think I'm going to keep one myself. $49.99. If you're unfamiliar with Zach Bryan, I don't really want to compare him to anybody, but we're going to call it in the wheelhouse of Tyler Childers. Would you agree with that, Tanner? This is in the wheelhouse. If you're not familiar, this is in the wheelhouse of Tyler Childers. So if you've been listening to my Tyler Childers recommendations, that's kind of the same kind of country, Americana type feel to it. And as you can see, they're highly desirable. If you saw where I posted in the group, these things were not cheap. They were kind of low production for a long time. I hope they're finally getting plenty of them into print. And it is a triple LP. So you're getting 3 LPs there. You're getting 3 LPs there. That's some very good listening. If you like Tyler Childers, I think you'll like that. Give one to Michael Nath and give one to Alex Roman. Cowboys have not been sold. Let me get a couple new auctions going. We got a lot going on. Tonight's a warrant night. When we have warrants, the show gets a little crazy. Plus, we've got 4 nights of backlog new vinyl. This was put back, if anybody wants it. I can't remember who was second. It was a VG copy of Iron Butterfly, $9.99. That's a VG copy. All right, let's update our Japanese auctions. No bid on Bruce Springsteen. That's a $65 buy it now. Bruce Springsteen live box set, $65 buy it now. That's 5 LPs with the 2 booklets. That is a Japanese press, and that is a $65 buy it now. I will show the other ones in just a second. I'll show all the other Japanese pressings that have not sold in just a second, especially if you're just hopping on. They're all right over here. Okay. Make sure I didn't miss anything. John Duran says he'll take the Iron Butterfly. That's sold to John Duran. And James Cohorn is second on that. All right, let me go ahead and get our next Japanese auction started. Our next Japanese auction is Billy Joel Turnstiles. Billy Joel Turnstiles. This is a $35 start. Turnstiles, Billy Joel, Japanese press. Has the lyric insert with it. Near mint, pristine, Japanese vinyl. That is a $35 start. Seth, they can hear you sneezing all across the room. Jeff Johnson on Zach Bryan. Brent Rabley on Zach Bryan. So 2 more Zach Bryan sold. We ordered a bunch of them. Jerry Stone's in on Billy Joe at 35. We also had a near mint pristine copy of Traffic Low Spark of High Heel Boy put back. This is a nice copy. This is a nice copy. Original die cut cover. That is $19.99. I'm also going to lay that right over there. All right. What's that? We got plenty. If you want a Zach Bryan, Tanner.
I was on the list, man.
Oh, Tanner was on the list. Oh, there was a... Yeah, pull up the laptop. Pull up the spreadsheet. I think there was a list. I honestly think there is a list we didn't pull up yet. Because we had that one copy come in, I think. Sherry Darnell got it. But yeah, I think we probably have a couple more. So, all right, let me do another crate of new vinyl. We got so much tonight. This is actually a box, but we got a lot in here. Some stuff I've never had before and some restocks. So, okay, make sure. Well, I guess we'll have to just cross-check them, but let me see. I might can remember. Zach Bryan, Sherry Darnell, Tanner Hackett, Jacob Smith, Jeremy Ivy, Frank Kilpatrick, Mark Shelton. I don't think any of those people we have one pulled for. So, Jacob Smith, Jeremy Ivy, but they may be. I don't know. We'll just leave that pulled up. They may be all sold. If you're a new buyer, just make sure you've messaged our page. Thank you and welcome. If you have messaged our page, you're good to go. You are good to go. Let me take a drink of water and we'll get resumed. I guess resumed isn't past tense, is it? Resume. We will resume. We have resumed. For who? On that list?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Because I don't know if we've already tagged people or not. Some people on that list we've already tagged one for. We haven't? Any of them? Okay. Not even this list. We had this list too. There's 2 lists. Dave Matthews Band, Crash. I made a post earlier this week, but then there was a waiting list the other night when we showed one and we only had one of them. That's that list.
Yeah.
That list is from the pre-sale on the Facebook group post. Dave Matthews Band, Crash, $38.99. 20th anniversary remaster, first time on vinyl is this pressing right here. $38.99 for Dave Matthews Band, Crash. $38.99. Matthew Knight wants one. David Johnson's at $41 on Billy Joel. Dave Matthews Band is this. Let me know how many you need. I'll count them out here. Okay, next Japanese auction. Let's do Journey Escape. This is a $45 start. It's a near mint, pristine Japanese pressing of Journey Escape. Take a look at that. Why is my camera a little off? There we go. I don't care. Y'all probably don't want to look at my torso. You'd probably rather look at records. Journey Escape, near mint Japanese pressing, has the lyric insert, has the inner sleeve, and it has the obi. It doesn't have an obi now. It has an obi. Hold on. Now, the cover and this inner sleeve has some foxing, as you can see. Has some of those foxing spots on it. The actual cover is near mint, and the vinyl is pristine. Very nice copy when it comes to the vinyl and the cover. Inserts have a couple spots on them. Okay. All right. We need 2 more Zach Bryan's, and we need one for WVU Mounties. I'm going to lay them all right over here. There's one for WVU Mounties and the 2 others you needed.
They're $49.99.
Yes. WVU Mounties, Jerry Stone's at $45 on Billy Joe, Michael Bohannon on Dave Matthews Band, and Chris Farrar's in on Journey at $45. Okay, now maybe we can get back into our flow. Blue Oyster Cult, Tyranny and Mutation, finally in. 50th anniversary edition on blue vinyl. Blue vinyl, those are $44.99. Blue Oyster Cult, that's from Music on Vinyl, limited and numbered on blue colored vinyl, $44.99. That was a pre-order actually from months ago. That was a pre-order from months ago. And let me pull up that list. Tracy McFadden and Randy Scarborough. Tracy McFadden and Randy Scarborough. Michael Nath is in on the BOC. Jerry Stone's at $45 on Billy Joe, going once, going twice. Chris Ferrara is at $45 on Journey. Now Jason Dobbs at $50. I got 1 BOC left. Here's the 3rd of the 4th Pantera restocks, or 4th of 5th of tonight. That's Pantera Reinventing the Steel. These are $29.99. White and Southern Flames yellow marbled vinyl, $29.99 for Pantera Reinventing the Steel, $29.99. I've got about 10 of those. Pantera, $29.99. Jerry Stone takes the last BOC. Journey's now at $55 with Chris Ferrara. Final call at $45 on Billy Joe. I got a restock of Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, the 180-gram remaster. Very good sounding record. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, $38.99. This is the cover with the 2 guys shaking hands and one of them's on fire. The reason it's in a black bag is this is how it was originally released. Very tough to find originals in this brown bag. $38.99. Matt Algram on Pantera. And we've got several Pink Floyds. I have Dave Matthews Band, Remember Two Things, $44.99. The sensational debut album plus two studio outtakes, $44.99. I've never had this Dave Matthews Band in stock. I think we've got it used in a couple collections, but I do not. Do you have Dave Matthews Band Before These Crowded Streets? I do not. I've had one original copy one time that was sealed, and I'm pretty sure that was from the Birmingham collection, and we sold it for like $800 or $1,200. That's a rare record. George Lyle on Pink Floyd. Matthew Knight on Pink Floyd. Jerry Stone on Dave Matthews Band. and Bill Walton on Dave Matthews Band. If anybody else, I didn't know how many people were looking or wanted this record. So if you want one, let me know. I'm going to order more. And next is Dave Matthews Band Crash. Steve, Dave Matthews Band Crash is $38.99. 20th anniversary. First time ever on vinyl. I've got one copy of whatever this next record is. Thelonious Monk at the Village Gate. That might be a new release. Monk at the Village Gate, 1963, $31.99. Chris Carrick on Dave Matthews Band Crash. That's sold to Chris Carrick. Billy Joe Turnstiles is sold to Jerry Stone for $45. And Journey Escape. Journey Escape is going over here in slot 1. Chris Ferrara has Journey Escape for $55. The Matrix Reloaded. I haven't had this in a long time. This is the Matrix Reloaded soundtrack. $34.99. Linkin Park, Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, Deftones, P.O.D., Dave Matthews Band, Don Davis. That's who's doing some of the score music. Deftones. That is $34.99. $34.99. New Danzig release. This one is called Circles of Snakes. $31.99. This is the first time, I think, maybe ever on vinyl, or the first time it's ever been repressed. This is on clear vinyl. Danzig is $31.99. Michael Nath on the Matrix, and so is Juan D. Lara. If you're a first-time buyer, Juan, or anybody else watching, and you would like to purchase something tonight, thank you, welcome. Make sure you message our page. We do $7 unlimited shipping. We do this almost every night. We missed last night, Tuesday night. First time we missed a Tuesday night show in months. We were traveling, buying records. We're going to be live tonight, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. We got 4 more nights of selling. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 4 counting tonight. And that's what we do every night. We buy records and sell them. Journey's at 56. Ryan Anderson wants a Danzig and Monk label. This Monk is on Naked Lunch. Naked Lunch, manufactured in Europe. $31.99. Any Pink Floyd left? We got lots of Pink Floyd. We have $38.99. Does anyone know if Danzig 1 or 2 have been repressed lately? No, it hasn't. Danzig 1 is extremely difficult to get, even bootlegs. Journey's at 60 with Chris Ferrara. Journey's at 60 with Chris Ferrara. I got 3 copies of Operation Mindcrime back in. $49.99. Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime, $49.99. Brent McKinney wants a Pink Floyd Wish You Were Here. That's a great decision. Final call on Journey at $60. I've got 3 copies of Queensryche, and I've got 2 copies left of Throwing Copper live. Live Throwing Copper. Those are $36.99. So Queensryche sold to Martin Pryor. Any Rat out of the Cell tonight or later this week? Possibly on the Rat, but not that I'm aware of. Michael Potts wants Monk. That's only if Next Play Records pass. If Next Play Records passes, then Michael Potts gets that. John Duran on Live and Kyle Davis on Live. James Cohorn says he'll take the waiting list. Let me make sure there wasn't. Actually, there was somebody on the waiting list for this one. I'm pretty sure. Live. Michelle Phillips. Yes, Michelle Phillips. You're the one and only person. So that's all I have on those right now. I've only had those 2. So, okay. Final call on Journey. That's at $60. And James Cohorn, I'm pretty sure maybe you got a copy of Live on your last invoice. You might want to check that. And then Kyle Davis on the waiting list for Live, unless we might need to put James on there again. But I only had one person, Michelle Phillips. Here's what's left in this bin. Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime. I have 2 of them. $49.99. Danzig, that's on clear vinyl. That's Circle of Snakes. Circle of Snakes. And this is $31.99. Clear vinyl. I forgot who was guitarist on this. Who was the guitarist? Chad told me. I forgot on that. No, there's already one pulled for her.
Okay, so
And no, that was, he said he was supposed to be on a wait list. Those were supposed to go to John Duran And yeah, I guess John Duran and Kyle Davis, but I guess we need to give one to James Cohorn and put Kyle Davis on the waiting list. So Kyle, I'll have to put you on the waiting list for live. Kyle, I'll have to put you on the waiting list because actually it was John, then James, and then you. I thought James was saying he wanted on the wait list, but actually he was first, and we only had 2 of them. So live went to John and James, and Kyle Davis is on the wait list if that's okay. All right. Okay, so Queensryche, $49.99. Guitarist, John Christ. Pink Floyd, $38.99. We have Pantera, $29.99, and Dave Matthews Band, $38.99. Chuck Wilson wants a Danzig. I've sold a bunch of those. We had a pre-sale on that one. Let me go ahead and read that list. Danzig, Paul Beal, Scott Smith, Kyle Morgan, and Patrick Carter. Paul Beal, Scott Smith, Kyle Morgan, and Patrick Carter. That was a waiting list for that one. All right. I'm going to grab, let me move these, Zach. Let me go ahead and move this over. I'm going to go ahead and show the Motley Crue box set so everybody knows who got one. If you don't mind to move that cable and also hand me a Motley Crue box set. I'm going to do a creative vintage over here. Yeah. Okay, so these came in this week. The long-anticipated Motley Crue Crucial Crew box set. This is the studio albums from 1981 to 1989. Limited edition 180-gram colored vinyl. That's Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil, Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 and wow, Dr. Feelgood was their best-selling album. 6 times platinum. It's in a leather, very nice leather case. Kind of silver foil. Motley Crue Crucial Crew. That's hard to say. And that is, how much were these? $179, I think. I think I wrote it down over there. $179.99 on this. $179.99. And so they're all on colored vinyl. That is the first 5 Motley Crue albums, all on colored vinyl. That is Too Fast for Love. Wow, this is really nice. They did a good job with this one. $179.99. Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil, Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 and Dr. Feelgood. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LPs. Crucial Crew. Limited edition colored vinyl. All right. Here's the pre-order for this. Kevin Jordan got 2 of them. Jen Baker, Jay Condi, Brian Clement, Marco Martinez, George Buchanan, Richard Davis, Randy Scarborough, Woods Felix, Jamie Butler, Dwayne Sevilla got 2 of them, Scott Fish, Eric Beck, and Debbie Blair. One more time, that's everybody who got a Motley Crue box set. Kevin Jordan, Jen Baker, Jay Condi, Brian Clement, Marco Martinez, George Buchanan, Richard Davis, Randy Scarborough, Woods Felix, Jamie Butler, Dwayne Sevilla, Scott Fish, Eric Beck, and Debbie Blair. All right, and I don't know how many extras I have, but I know I have extras. So we're going to go ahead and say Brent Hall gets one and Brittany Powell gets one. Brittany Powell gets one. If you're a first-time buyer, please make sure you message our page. We do $7 in limited shipping, even if you get a box set. $179.99. What happened on the last bid I seen on Journey? That was a long time ago. That is sold to Chris Ferrara for $60. Brittany says, I'll message now. Thank you. Chris Ferrara gets the Journey Escape for $60. There was no more bids. So we need to pull a Motley Crue. Can you see how many of those came in, Ed? That way I know how many we have to sell. I think, or check the invoice, I think it was 20. And we sold 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we got 2 left. We got 2 Motley Crue box sets left after Brent Hall and Brittany Powell's. Steve Botsford said he wants one. We have 1 Motley Crue box set left. 1 Motley Crue box set left. All righty. Let me move these over here. Wow, I've still got a lot of new vinyl to show. I've got 2 entire boxes, but we got to do some vintage first and put up more Japanese auctions. So Steve Botsford, who got the last one? Joe Gabriel, I think, is going to get the last one. So if anybody else wants one, it will be a waiting list. If anybody else wants a Motley Crue box set, I have sold every one of those. Seth just brought in a bunch of food for us. Ah, thank you, Seth. He's got some of his Meemaw's cooking. Great. Nana, sorry, it's either Nana or Meemaw. I can't keep those pen names organized. All right. All righty. If I'm ignoring your questions, that means I'm probably not seeing them. Motley Crue is $179.99, limited edition box sets. I hope I can get more. If you want on the waiting list, speak now. We have the Babies, new vintage arrivals. The Babies is $14.99. Jay Giles Band Nightmares, $19.99. Chad, if you need another one, you can use mine. I ordered it after I forgot, and I got one from you guys. Do you have any new puzzles in? No, I do not. No puzzles. Hadn't seen any. I've ordered them. They were just back ordered, so I don't know when they'll come in. So if we do need an extra box set, we can use Randy Scarborough's. That's good to know. Thank you. T.G. Shepherd, Perfect Stranger, $9.99, shrink wrap and hype sticker. Chet Atkins, Workshop, $9.99. Chet Atkins, Workshop. Terry Gibbs, Somebody's Knocking. Terry Gibbs is $9.99. Greatest Hits of All Times, Gene Pitney. Gene Pitney's Greatest Hits, $9.99. Meet the Beatles. This is $34.99. This is a nice, clean, near mint minus apple pressing, $34.99. Steve Hindra on the Chet Atkins Workshop. What happened to that? That's sold to Steve Hindra. Chet Atkins Workshop. The Doors, Alive She Cried, $34.99. Ice Station Zebra. Looks like some kind of James Bond film. $19.99. We've had that soundtrack before. $19.99. The Great Hawkshaw Hawkins, $9.99. And Bonnie Bramlett, Step by Step, $9.99. Let me put up 2 new Japanese auctions. Let's do the Rolling Stones Greatest Hits and I don't know. Let's do, hey, we got another Iron Maiden, but the other one we had didn't sell, so we'll try this one. Peace of Mind. All right, let's see. Can you get the Rush Exit Stage Left Funko? I don't think we have any more. We did have them, though. We did have them. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. This is an $85 start, just like the other one. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. Near mint, pristine, Japanese copy. No obi. Has the lyric insert. Very nice and glossy. Uh-oh. This has a poster with it. That means we got to blow the air horn. No, I'm just joking. No air horn, but it does have a poster with it. There's a sneak peek. $85 start for this. Near mint, pristine Japanese vinyl. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. That's an $85 start. The Genesis. We had one Genesis album earlier, Duke. We only had one copy, and I think it was $28.99 on white vinyl. Chad, what's in the JC box? What was JC box? JC box. JC box. If you can let me know what JC box is, I'll show it to you. And then we have the Rolling Stones Greatest Hits. This is on Abco. This is 30 Rolling Stones Greatest Hits. It's a $65 start. The Rolling Stones Greatest Hits. Wow, what a lot of songs. Near mint, pristine, Japanese vinyl. The Rolling Stones Greatest Hits. There's LP number 1. There's LP number 2. There is a very nice lyric book with it. How nice. That is a $65 start. 30 songs. Wow. Oh, Motley Crue. Duh, Chad. Motley Crue is the first 5 albums on colored vinyl. The first 5 albums on colored vinyl. Jocko Belli's in on my Iron Maiden at $85, and Rolling Stones is a $65 start. Frank Sinatra, Try a Little Tenderness. Sinatra is $14.99. Tony Bennett, Who Can I Turn To? Tony Bennett, $9.99. Somewhere There's a Someone, Dean Martin, $9.99. Frank Sinatra, 43 to 1951. That's a compilation, $24.99. Frank Sinatra in the Beginning, J. Giles Band Showtime, $19.99. J. Giles Band Live, Full House, that's $19.99. And the Babies Union Jack, $14.99 was on the phone price. $179.99. We are currently sold out. We sold all 20. We have a wait list for those. Can you have you or can you get Ozzy patient number 9 with alternate jacket? We're waiting for those to come in. If you want on the waiting list, let me know. Those should be here like tomorrow. Chris Ferrara on Union. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind, going twice, going 3 times, $85. Foreigner, Head Games, $19.99. Foreigner, Head Games. Billy Joel and Innocent Man, gold stamp promo on the back, $14.99 for Billy Joel and Innocent Man. This is the Beatles. The Beatles 66. This is a 1977 Brazil unofficial. A Brazil unofficial. The Beatles 66. $49.99. Music from Free Creek. This is $26.99. What an interesting looking record. $26.99. Music from Free Creek. $26.99. Yes, Michelle Phillips wants on the Motley Crue. You may actually get one because I think Randy, we're putting his back. So we may actually have everyone. I don't think if Michelle gets one, I don't think we actually have a waiting list. Fred, I will put you on a wait list for Genesis Duke. I've said waiting list a lot tonight. Friday or Saturday night too. Oh man, Saturday when we had Friday, I guess Friday and Saturday when we had all the new vinyl, the night we was doing the punk stuff, and the Great Rock and Roll Swindle, $39.99, 1980 UK. The Great Rock and Roll Swindle, $39.99. The Sex Pistols includes free book, which I don't see in here. We have Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie, $39.99. Rush Funko is still available on the Funko website. It's also still available here at Collectco. I will have more in next week. The Beatles is $49.99. Twickenham Jams, $49.99. We don't like to really sponsor other websites here, except Collectco. Almond Brothers, Eat a Peach, $39.99. The Almond Brothers, Eat a Peach, $39.99. Nice copy. Very nice copy. Zachary Smith on the Sex Pistols. Iron Maiden is sold to Jocko Belli Dante. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. That is an $85 winning bid to Jocko Belli Dante. The Rolling Stones, which includes Mick Jagger. Final Call is a $65 bid on that. And Eric Clapton. This is Clapton, 1973 all-disc press, $34.99. Eric Clapton, red Polydor label, $34.99. That says Chili Whack. I don't recall seeing that one too often. Rocker Box, $9.99. Rocker Box. Crosby, Stills and Nash, Daylight Again, $19.99. Okay, next Japanese auction. Let's do Eagles Hotel California. This one has the poster with it. Eagles Hotel California, super nice copy. Very nice copy. And it has the poster. This is going to be a $55 start. Eagles Hotel California. There is the lyric insert and booklet. There is the poster. And this is a $55 start. Hotel California. $55 start. $55 start. Hotel California. There's the Motley Crue list. Okay, where did we get to here? I don't know. We'll keep showing records. I don't see any new claims. John Coltrane, Blue Train. This is a 2008 pressing. $34.99. Blue Train, John Coltrane. 2008 pressing. $34.99. That's all John has on the back. 2008 reissue. There's about 400 versions of that album if you go to Discogs. 40, what do we have here? Elvis? Wow, pink vinyl. This is $39.99. Salmon pink vinyl. Elvis, 2LP. Never seen that before. That's definitely from the Bowling Green collection. It has to be. $39.99. Adam Stein on John Coltrane. Chris Ferrari, your second. Chip Hall's at $60 on the Eagles. Frank Sinatra, Old Blue Eyes is back. Sinatra is $14.99. And Mickey Newberry, Lovers. That is $19.99. David Howard on Elvis. I've never, ever seen that Elvis record before on colored vinyl, or I guess in general. John Denver, Windsong, $9.99. George Jones and Friends. What an interesting looking record. $9.99. I bet that's not easy to get. $9.99. George Jones and Friends. Ricky Skaggs, Waiting for the Sun to Shine, $14.99. And Uriah Heep, Salisbury, that is $19.99. Okay, final call on the Eagles. And if anybody wants to buy the Stones Greatest Hits, what did I say on that? $65. Buy it now. That is a 2LP, 30-track Rolling Stones compilation. That is exceptionally nice. $65 buy it now on that. The Rolling Bones, as some people call them. All right. Some of these George Jones albums, like the one Kyle Morgan just bought, you get online to try to find them, and sometimes there's 10 million listed, and some of these albums, kind of obscure albums by him, it's kind of hard to find some listed for sale. 1972, that's around that era that I'm referring to. Kyle Morgan got that. T-Bone Walker, Classics of Modern Blues, $34.99. Bob Seger, Night Moves, has some cover damage over here, $24.99. Little Feat, that's their self-titled album. This is a 1976 reissue, LA Press, $29.99. Little Feat, self-titled. Let's see. Rare Bird. Rare Bird is $29.99. Rare Bird is $29.99. Epic Forest, that is $29.99. And War All Day Music, 1971 Terre Haute. All Day Music, that is $34.99. Michael Nath on T-Bone Walker. Michael Bohannon on Little Feat. Chip Hall gets the Hotel California. Where are you, Chip? Chip Hall, Hotel California, $60. Very nice copy. That's sold to Chip Hall. I've sold a lot of them. A lot of Japanese Hotel California. Barnstorm, Joe Walsh, $19.99. All right, speaking of, no, that's not Elvis, that's Creedence. We'll do a Creedence, and I see a Jim Croce on Vertigo. That's very interesting. So let's put that up for bid. Live Creedence Clearwater Revival. Live Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is a 2LP. Live Creedence Clearwater Revival. 2LP with Obi. Creedence live in Europe. There's the Japanese insert, which, by the way, is torn right here. We have 2 LPs of near mint, pristine, beautiful Japanese vinyl. That's the Creedence Clearwater Revival. And that is going to be a $45 start. Creedence Clearwater Revival live in Europe. $45 start on that. Fred, why don't you ask me that later? Right now, everything is either opening bid or sticker price. We'll renegotiate later. I won't forget. Jim Croce, You Don't Mess Around with Jim on Vertigo. Wow, never seen this before. Vertigo label, Jim Croce. $35 start, near mint, pristine Japanese vinyl. Just the cover, the Obi, and the LP. There's the Obi, a little bit of a fold-over crease right here. That's very cool. Kind of an alternate kind of font, too. $35 start. All righty. 45 and 35 on those. Wet Willie, Keep On Smiling, $19.99. Poco, Rose of Cimarron, is $9.99. Robert Palmer, Sneaking Sally Through the Alley, $19.99. Michael Bolton, The Hunger, $19.99. Buffalo Springfield, Last Time Around. Buffalo Springfield is $34.99. Last Time Around. The Amazing Rhythm Aces, $14.99. Amazing Rhythm Aces, $9.99. That one's Underdog. Doing What Comes Naturally, Charles Wright, $74.99, 1973 white label promo. White label promo. Charles Wright, $74.99 on that. 2LP white label promo. Would Rare Bird be single or gatefold sleeve and have bonus single? He didn't mention anything about a bonus single, but I can let you know it is not a gatefold. It is a single LP and no disc or no bonus 45. Adam Stein on Buffalo Springfield. Ryan Anderson's at 39 on Crochet. Julius Hemphill. Kuhn Bodness. 1975 promo again, $34.99. Eric Clapton, Just One Night, $39.99. Arlo Guthrie, $14.99. Little Feet Down on the Farm. Little Feet Down on the Farm, that's $19.99. John Cougar, American Football. Boy, that's got some deep colors to it. $19.99. Is this some kind of... It's a Columbia Record Club pressing, that's why. $19.99. CRC press. A little bit different colors on the cover. And Little Feet Sailing Shoes. This is a palm tree label. $24.99. Little Feet Sailing Shoes. Boy, this guy in Lewisburg loved Little Feet. $24.99. What was the price of Poco? Jerry Stone. Poco. Jerry Stone, that was $9.99. What was the last one in the crate? Charles, that was not the last record in the crate, but it's still in here. Charles Wright, Doing What Comes Naturally, $74.99. Chip Hall's at 40 on Crochet. Was Eat a Peach gatefold? If so, what was the grade? Eat a Peach, yeah, there's some amazing stuff still left in this crate. When I go back through the titles, I need everybody to wake up, stretch, and realize what you're missing out on. There was a beautiful copy of Allman Brothers Eat a Peach still available that Jay Pepper is probably about to buy. It's a gatefold. It has no condition notes on it. It's about a VG Plus cover, and it's super clean. It is $39.99. Jay Pepper, if you want it, it's yours. First to Little Feet was Alan Williams. Little Feet, Alan Williams. Little Feet, Alan Williams. Alan, let me know if you want Down on the Farm or Sailing Shoes. First to pick those is Alan. Kevin Willis second. Dylan Weishaupt third. Michael Bohannon fourth. So I'm going to put those in there along with that as pending. First is Poco. That's the first confirmed sold to Jerry Stone. Greg Brummett was next on next on Allman Brothers. John Stites wants on the wait list for Motley Crue. Chip Hall is third on Eat a Peach. We're still waiting to see if Jay Pepper wants it. Alan Williams on Farm. So Alan Williams gets Down on the Farm. And that means Dylan Weishaupt, if you want Sailing Shoes, it's yours. If not, it goes to Michael Bohannon. So Dylan, let me know if you're in or out on that. Jay Pepper gets the Allman Brothers. He had dibs on that. Stacy Brown on John Cougar. Carlene Rollins on MB. Michael Bolton. Of course, Carlene on Michael Bolton. Dylan Weishaupt said sold on Little Feet. And let's go through these titles one more time. I'm just going to read the titles. If you want prices, let me know. Up for bid right now is a Jim Croce. You don't mess around with Jim. Japanese pressing on a very collectible Vertigo label. Jay Pepper, what's your full name so we don't get you confused with any other peppers we sell too? This is a Vertigo Japanese pressing. High bid on this is $50 with Brent Rabley. Don't see that too often. Has this one little fold over in the obi, which actually you might can peel over and get that creased out. I don't want to do it right now. I don't have any thumbnails. The Motley Crue box set is $179.99. We are sold out, but we are taking a waiting list. $50 for Jim Croce. The Robert Palmer is $19.99. Sneakin' Sally Through the Alley. I don't get many OGs of this. We usually have reissues. We have a lot of Robert Palmer come through. That's one of the lower population ones, I'd say. All right, so here's what's left in this bin. Robert Palmer, unless Jay Sanders wants it. If not, somebody wants it. Dana Wright, I think, wants it. Jim Croce's now at 55. I'm looking. The 2 LP live, Creedence Clearwater Revival, live in Europe, that's a $45 start. Jim Croce's at 55. All right, so here's what's left in the bin, right here. We have Arlo Guthrie. If you want prices, let me know. Eric Clapton. Give Dana Wright the Robert Palmer. Julius Hemphill. Charles Wright. Atlanta Rhythm Section. Amazing Rhythm Aces. Wet Willie. Joe Walsh. War, All Day Music. Rare Bird. Bob Seger, Night Moves. Uriah Heep, Salisbury. Ricky Skaggs. John Denver, Windsong. Mickey Newberry. Lovers. Frank Sinatra, Old Blue Eyes is Back. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Daylight Again. Chilliwack. Eric Clapton. The Beatles, that was an unofficial. Ziggy Stardust, The Motion Picture, David Bowie. Music from Free Creek. Another Beatles unofficial. Billy Joel and Innocent Man. Foreigner Head Games. Jay Giles. Matthew Wright on WW. WW was Wet Willie, and that sold to Matthew Wright. Matthew Knight. We had Dana Wright earlier. Matthew Knight got that one. Ryan's out on Jim Croce. Final call, Brent Rabley, $55. The 2 Beatles unofficials. We have Twickenham Jams. That is $49.99. We have the Beatles 66, a Brazil unofficial, $49.99. Jay Giles. Frank Sinatra, In the Beginning. Dean Martin, Somewhere There's a Someone. Tony Bennett, Who Can I Turn To? Frank Sinatra, Try a Little Tenderness. Bonnie Bramlett, The Great Hawkshaw Hawkins. Ice Station Zebra. The Doors, Alive She Cried. Meet the Beatles, Greatest Hits of All Times, Gene Pitney. Terry Gibbs, Somebody's Knocking. T.D. Shepard, Perfect Stranger. Jay Giles, Nightmares, and The Babies, Self-Titled. Jim Croce is sold to Brent Rabley for $55. Live Creedence Clearwater Revival. That's hard to say. That is a $45 buy it now if anybody wants it. $45 buy it now on live Creedence Clearwater Revival. If I don't accidentally drop them. I got a Jenga stack going over here of Japanese vinyl. That's not good. Okay, they're safe now. Don't worry. Rosie Taylor on Bonnie Bramlett. That's sold to Rosie Taylor. If you're a first-time buyer, please make sure you message our page, Collectco. Email address and mailing address in the form of a Facebook Messenger message. Otherwise, we cannot send you an invoice, and we will have to resell your records, especially if we don't hear from you like as soon as invoices go out. Ziggy Stardust, Fred, that is $39.99. That is the motion picture soundtrack. I've never had, well, I'm sure I have, but I don't get too many originals of this. We sell a lot of those on new vinyl. How much was Innocent Man? Was that in this crate? Billy Joe? I remember showing that. Let's see. Clapton, Billy Joe, Innocent Man. That is $14.99. It's a gold stamp promo. How much on Meet the Beatles? That is an Apple pressing. $34.99. Very clean. Very clean Apple pressing. Gold Record Award. $34.99. Rydell Martin wants the Charles Wright. Charles Wright. Give me price for Jay Giles bundle. No discounts. And Chad says he'll take Billy Joe. All right. Moving on to our next crate of new vinyl. And I'm going to start, when I come back over here with that crate, I'm going to show 2 more bins. Or when I come back over here with that crate, I'm going to put up 2 new Japanese auctions, is what I'm trying to say. Doctor's Ebo is dying for a deal tonight. I think he has not bought anything. He is wanting a discount. Not happening right now. Tim Holloway asked for something, and he said he'll take it. What did he ask about, and what is he taking? He wants Meet the Beatles, and he said he'll take it. You can buy a lot more if you don't ask for discounts and you just buy them. Right, Tanner? He said true. All right. Seth, you're fired. Seth is officially fired. I just looked at him and just got disgusted, so. What's that? It went to Tim Holloway. All right, so Seth is fired. Now we can move on. We have, I'm going to cover these up. Hope everybody has it ready to type out. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon Remaster, $38.99. Coldplay, A Rush of Blood to the Head, $33.99. Madonna, The Immaculate Collection, $41.99. 2 LP. Amy Winehouse, Back to Black, $33.99. Nas, Illmatic, $36.99. And Pantera, Cowboys from Hell, $34.99. All right. Let's see here. We have, let me go back up to the top here. Let's see here. How much was Julian Humphrey true? How much was Julian Humphrey on Arista? That was a 1975 promo, $34.99. $34.99. All right, next was Amy Hutchings. Sorry, Amy Hutchings on Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. If you're a first-time buyer, please make sure you message our page. Please make sure you message our page. That's sold to Amy Hutchings. Next is Greg Stone on Madonna. Greg Stone on Madonna. We only have one. Darren Wortman, you're now on a wait list. So is Cody Chandler. Chris Ferrara, first on Coldplay. And then here are the people who get a Cowboys from Hell. We have David Schroeder, Martin Pryor, Derek Bowman, Linda Hasty, James Cohorn, Joe Barrios, Scott Snee, and then taking a break from those at Scott Snee was Michael Bohannon on Amy Winehouse. Let me go ahead and pull one of those out over here. Brent Hall, next on Cowboys from Hell. Then Clint Howard. Then Thomas O'Brien. Then Greg Hagewood. Then John Duran. Shane Berry. Colin Butler. Dale Cooper. John Sheehan. Dwayne Sevilla. And Robert Johnson. That's where I stopped on my list. So let me go through those one more time. And anybody else will be a waiting list, which I should have more on the way. They just did a big restock of these. So I should have more on the way. So let me go back up and start that over one more time. And then we'll take a wait list. So Tanner can take a waiting list afterwards. If you know for sure you're not going to get one soon, go ahead and comment. This wasn't a cheap record not too long ago. All right, so that was David Schroeder, Martin Pryor, Derek Bowman, Linda Hasty, James Cohorn, Joe Barrios, Scott Snee, Brent Hall, Clint Howard, Thomas O'Brien, Greg Hagewood, John Duran, Shane Berry, Colin Butler, Dale Cooper, John Sheehan, Dwayne Sevilla, and Robert Johnson. Yep, that's all I got. And then anybody else will be on a waiting list. So Robert Johnson, that means Jerome. Jerome, we'll put you on a waiting list. A waiting list means whenever they come in, we'll invoice you. Whenever they come in, we'll invoice you. If they come in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they'll be on this week's invoice. If they come in next Tuesday, you won't get it until that next Monday's invoice. It just depends on when they come in. Cody O'Neill, same thing. Pantera. Ryan Anderson got an Amy Winehouse. George Buchanan on a Coldplay. Ryan Rice on the waiting list for Cowboys from Hell. Clint Howard on the waiting list for Cowboys for Hell. Mark Pfeiffer on the Pantera waiting list. Marty Ellis on the Pantera waiting list. We will have more Madonna coming. Yes, Cody, those will be in on this week's invoice. And Jamie Butler on Cowboys from Hell Waiting List. And Matthew Knight on Pink Floyd. Matthew Knight on Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. And Colin Butler on Coldplay. All right. New customers that claim Pantera, please make sure you message our page. Please make sure you message our page. I got a restock of Talking Heads 77, $31.99. By the way, knock on vinyl. It's coming a tremendous storm here in Lebanon, but no one's lost connection, so good. $31.99, Talking Heads. $31.99. Puddle of Mud, Come Clean, music on vinyl, $39.99. Puddle of Mud, Come Clean, music on vinyl pressing. That is $39.99 for Puddle of Mud, Come Clean. Let me show the waiting list for that. Tanner says, do an auction. He's still trying to catch up from the Cowboys from Hell. We will start a couple new auctions right quick. Let me introduce a copy of, Hey, we had a lot of people wanting one of these other day. Here's another one up for bid. And, ooh, a red vinyl Beatles. Wow. All righty. Let me fold these flaps down for just a second. Oh, let me do it this way. Let me hide the box. All right, first auction. Let's do the Japanese on red vinyl. This is a $115 start. Japanese red vinyl, the Beatles 62 to 66. $115 start. This is so nice. This is so pretty. Japanese red vinyl, $115. $115. Craig's got our weather forecast too. Looks like heavy rain is doing about 2 a.m. your time. Well, there's heavy rain now, but there must be heavier rain at 2 a.m. Craig's giving us weather forecast from California. Thank you. 2LP, red vinyl. Here's the insert that came with it. There's the 2 inner sleeves. Last night, I said these words to my girl. I know you never even tried, girl. Come on, please, please me. Wow, so simple. What I don't understand is, like, how did no one else before John and Paul think of the words for a song, I want to hold your hand? How simple. Right, Ed? Yeah. Just, I want to hold your hand. No one had thought of that until them. I mean, that's the one I'm like, man, how did no one think of that before them? I want to hold your hand. All right, Santana Gold Disc. This is a 30-track. Is it 30? It might be. 30-track. $45 start, Santana. This is called Gold Pre 30. And this is a gatefold Santana hits compilation. $45 start. Is that 30 hits? Let me make sure on that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 18, 20, 22. I think it's more like 23. What is the 30? I'm not for sure. Maybe we can confirm on that. Or I could just count them off. 6. Yeah, I was going to say, that's a lot. It's 24. 24. $45 start. All right. Back up to the top here. We had Jeffrey Walker on Talking Heads. Jeffrey Walker on Talking Heads. Brandon Butler also on Talking Heads. Cody O'Neill, Puddle of Mud. Cody O'Neill, Puddle of Mud. Let's see here. Tim Holloway, Puddle of Mud. Let me read the waiting list for that. Let's see. XTC Murmur, Steve Miller Band, Korn. I still got a lot of stuff to show y'all that came back in. Gary Samuels and Alan Williams. Gary Samuels and Alan Williams on that. Angela Chesney wants on the wait list for the Rush. So does Marty Ellis. And I think we're caught up. All right, last 2 records in here is Stevie Nicks' Belladonna, $28.99. Stevie Nicks, Jerry Stone, I had you on a waiting list for that. Belladonna. And I got a restock of The Cure's Greatest Hits. The Cure's Greatest Hits is $39.99. Kiss Me, Kiss Me. $39.99. Just Like Heaven. Just Like Heaven. That's the song I was thinking about. Just Like Heaven. All right. The Rush is for Exit Stage Left Funko. Kyle Davis wants a Cure's Greatest Hits. If anybody's watching for the first time, thank you. Welcome. Make sure you message our page if you buy something. I'm about to bring up a new crate. I've got 1 copy of The Cure left. I got 1 Stevie Nicks Belladonna, Edge of 17, Stop Dragging Around My Heart with Tom Petty, Leather and Lace with Don Henley of the Eagles. I got 2 copies of Puddle of Mud left. Make sure you grab one of these. If this ever goes out of print, oh my gosh, that would get expensive. All the Panteras are spoken for. There should be, I don't know how many there, but they're all spoken for. I got 1 copy of Nas, Illmatic. This is always in like the top 20 best-selling albums on our new vinyl distributors list. First time I've ever ordered it. I'm like, man, that's always up there. So is Eminem and Dr. Dre 2001. That's $36.99. Brian C's at $45 on Santana. You have that Stevie pulled from me. Yes, you were on a waiting list. Gwen Carley on Puddle of Mud. Jerry Stone, I've got 1 pulled for you. Gwen Carley on Puddle of Mud. I have 1 of those left. 1 Stevie Nicks, 1 Cure Greatest Hits, and 1 Nas. Illmatic. Something like that. And of course, back here in the back hiding, it don't really have to hide though. Dark Side of the Moon, $38.99, remaster. All right, let me go grab the next bin of new vinyl. Next bin of new vinyl. All right. Brian C's at $45 on Santana. I think I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet and buy some more crates tonight. We're going to need them. We're going to need crates. I hate to spend another $1,000 on crates, but that's what happens when you're buying records at the rate we are buying them. We are running out of things to put them in. Crates aren't cheap either. All right. You can get on the rating list for Rush Funko, yes. Make sure you know it's the Rush Exit Stage Left Funko. Make sure you know it's the Rush Exit Stage Left Funko. Stop buying. I can't do that. If I stop buying records, I will go out of business. Always got to be buying. All right, Final Call on Santana, $45. Final Call on Santana, $45. Brian C. Brian C has the bid. No sell pile. I'm going to show that in 1 second. All right. Some good stuff in here. Some new releases too. First is a restock, and I only have 1 of Snoop Dogg, The Dog Father. The final Snoop Doggy Dogg album. This is on limited edition. Gold with clear, white, gold splatter vinyl. All kinds of colors in there. $39.99. Where do we buy the crates? I think it's on Super Crates Direct or something like that. I don't know. They're like, they're not cheap. When we buy 25 of them at a time, they're like almost $18, $17, $18. All right. Let's see here. That was fast. Adam Stein on SD, Snoop Dogg. Troy Robinson, I will put you on a waiting list for that. This is a colored vinyl variant. If anybody else wants one, please let me know. Snoop Dogg is sold to Adam Stein. Troy Robinson on the wait list. Sponge, Lavatorium. That's on limited edition clear vinyl. Sponge is $29.99. Sponge is $29.99. Lavatorium, clear vinyl. I got 2 available for sale. Korn, self-titled. That's a 2 LP music on vinyl pressing. $56.99 for Korn. $56.99 for Korn. self-titled. I think there was 2 people on a wait list for that. Korn, where are you, Korn? Korn, self-titled. James Bragg and Steve Merkel. James Bragg and Steve Merkel, $56.99 on that. And I got a restock of Stevie Ray Vaughan In Step. Stevie Ray Vaughan In Step. That's an exclusive remaster from Music on Vinyl, $39.99. All right, Santana is sold for $45. Santana, $45 to Brian C. Brent Rabley, the catalog number on the Beatles is EAS 521.22. The Rush Funko, just to clarify, because I just seen somebody message the page and said they wanted off the wait list. The Rush Funko is for exit stage left. The 3-pack Rush Funko is long out of print. That one's out of production and they sell for $100+. So if you want on the exit stage left Funko, they're $24.99. We'll probably have them here next week. We've been sold out for a while. I guess I've just forgot to order them. And they are $24.99. The 3-pack Rush is out of print. Out of print. Stevie Ray Vaughan is $39.99 in step. Crystal Visions, the very best of Stevie Nicks, $39.99. Deep Purple, Graz 75, the official Deep Purple Overseas Live. If you like Deep Purple, I hope you're ready because there's like 5 new releases in here. Deep Purple, $49.99. This is limited and numbered. The explosive show, often considered by fans and critics as one of the highest moments of Mark III lineup. Red Gold Heavyweight 2LP, 3,000 copies worldwide. Deep Purple is $49.99. So there's a bunch of new releases. This is Blackmore, Coverdale, Hughes, Lord, and Pace, and that is on colored vinyl. This is hand numbered on the back, 386 out of 3,000. That is $49.99. Scott Van Alley on Stevie Ray Vaughan. Steve Merkel needs to be taken off the Korn waiting list. Do you have Godsmack? There is really only one Godsmack album in print, and that's their most recent album. There is nothing else by Godsmack available, and it's all very pricey, especially that very first album. Oh my gosh. Neil Young Harvest, $29.99. Neil Young Harvest is $29.99. Big Bill Brunsey, the Midnight Special, live in Nottingham, 1957. Limited edition, violet colored vinyl, $29.99. That's a new release, I'm pretty sure. Got a restock of Leonard Skinner, live in Nebworth, $49.99. Leonard Skinner live at Nebworth, $49.99. And let me read off the wait list for that. Been waiting for that one for a while. That also includes the DVD. That is Leonard Skinner. Where are you, Leonard Skinner? Leonard Skynyrd. Jamie Sperlin, Chris Wood Sr., and Michael Herrera. That is the 3 on the wait list for that. We do not have any cherry pies, nor will we get any more unless they decide to press more on a different colored vinyl. Randy Scarborough on Neil Young. That's sold to Randy Scarborough. We have is Harvest Music on Vinyl. No, Harvest is the newest Neil Young label official remaster. Analog. Sounds beautiful. $29.99. Metal Church, for those that like Metal Church, we haven't had this one in a while. And I still was able to get the limited numbered colored series. Limited to 2,000 on silver colored vinyl. That's Metal Church The Dark, $44.99. Tim Lassiter also wants a Neil Young Harvest. Sell that to Tim Lassiter. Vic Natecki on Metal Church. Seen that coming. The Beatles is $115 buy it now. It's a buy it now. Blessing in Disguise. Metal Church Blessing in Disguise. That is $48.99. $48.99. There was a waiting list for that. Metal Church Blessing in Disguise. Where are you, Metal Church Blessing in Disguise? Scott Smith and Vic Natecki. I've already got you down for one, Nick. I've already got you down for one. Scott Smith and Vic Natecki. So Vic, I don't need to pull one for this unless you were saying you want both of these. I've already got you down for Blessing the Skies. Brent says he'll take the red vinyl Beatles for $115. That means I can go ahead and put up a couple new Japanese auctions. Let's do the Rolling Stones Love You Live. This is going to be a $55 start. And we have Katrina and the Waves. Katrina and the Waves. I'll show them in detail. I got to get this box off the table first, but it looks like they're both near mint pristine. They both have inserts and inner sleeves with them. $35 start on Katrina and the Waves, $55 on the Stones. Sorry, but earlier you had a Pantera for me and one on the wait list. I didn't need two. Okay, we will make sure you don't have two because we're going to definitely need them. I think Tanner's already confirmed that. All right, Stevie Ray Vaughan live. $48.99. Double Trouble, Austin, Texas, 1980. If you could just go back in time. $48.99. Darren Wortman on Metal Church, Blessing in Disguise. That Stevie Ray Vaughan's also $48.99, and there were some people on that waiting list. Sherry Darnell and Chris Carrick. Sherry Darnell and Chris Carrick. Social Distortion, Greatest Hits, $44.99. Social Distortion's Greatest Hits, that's $44.99. There's two of them there. And where is that waiting list? Social Distortion's Greatest Hits. Mark Pfeiffer. Mark Pfeiffer, I've got you down for one already. If anybody else wants one, that's a 2LP Social Distortion's Greatest Hits. One copy. There was somebody down for this, but I was going to make sure you wanted it before I tagged you for it. If you're watching, you probably know who it is. I've got you on my spreadsheet. This is Blue Oyster Cult, Fire of Unknown Origin, $46.99. That is the music on vinyl pressing, $46.99. This is a new release from UFO, Werewolves of London. That's 2LP limited edition with poster. UFO Werewolves of London, $38.99. That's a 2LP new release from UFO. Also got Agents of Fortune, Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper. More cowbell, please. $48.99. Rainbow, live in Munich, 1977. This is with Ronnie James Dio, 3LP. Rainbow, live in Munich, $54.99. 1977 Rainbow. Boy, look at Dio over there. He's the only guy that could probably pull off those kind of shirts. You got to be like in a metal band to dress like that. You know? I just can't pull that off, can I, Tanner? Agents of Fortune, sold to Darren Wortman. Another live Deep Purple. I told y'all we had a bunch of these coming. Where's Chris Wood Sr. at? Deep Purple, Long Beach, 1971. Blackmore, Gillian, Glover, Lord, and Pace. Limited and numbered, 3,000. This one's on crystal clear vinyl. Wow, this is number 81 of 3,000. That's also $49.99. Eric Smalley, I will put you on a wait list for BOC if that's okay. And here was a surprise. I didn't know they were really releasing this until I seen it. I'm glad I got as many as I did. A Flock of Seagulls remastered orange vinyl. I usually preach about how this album's never been reissued and how it's never been repressed. Here it is, orange vinyl remaster, A Flock of Seagulls. I ran so far away. That is $36.99. $36.99 for A Flock of Seagulls. Let's see here. Let me find that list. We have Nick Pullen, Joe Valentine, Jamie Butler, Whitney Croy, Dakota Wilkie, Jerry Stone, Darren Wortman, Jody Ruffner, Brandon Jackson, Walt Cruz, and Jeffrey Walker. I mean, we've had this album, we've had near mint OGs of this bring some pretty serious money, you know, for it being such a big album, but the demand is so high for it, and we don't get too many copies. Let's see, one for Susie, one for Scott Van Alley, one for Clint Howard, and one for Chris Kirkley. I've got 2 for. This is on orange vinyl. Michelle says she does not need a Motley Crue box set. I think that's okay because we have people waiting, I think. Just one note on box sets. We got cursed a couple times with some box sets. If you pre-order a box set with us or if you're on a waiting list, Michelle, that's okay now because the show's not even over with. But please, box sets are like, I usually don't even post a lot of them. So many people buy them, and then they come in, and they're like, oh no. And then we're stuck with them. I don't know why, but after somebody doesn't pay for a box set, we never can resell them. Nothing to worry about, though. You probably didn't know that, but there's a band called Tool. I've still got stacks of them in our storage room. I can't even hardly give them away. I've marked them down as low as $80 before, which is like $50 below my cost, I think, and still hadn't sold them. So I tried giving stuff away to get people to buy one. Still didn't work. Blues Travelers. Travelers Blues, $28.99. Blues Travelers, Travelers Blues, that is $28.99. The Motley Crue box set is $179.99. First 5 albums, limited edition colored vinyl. Blues Traveler, $28.99. Where are you waiting list? Blues Traveler, where are you waiting list? And this is colored vinyl, by the way. I know it don't have a hype sticker, but yeah, this is translucent blue. This is translucent blue. Blues Traveler. William Simmons. I knew it was somebody's. William Simmons. William Simmons. You have toolbox sets. I have more toolbox sets than you could imagine. I think my last price I advertised them for was $79.99, which I think was, I don't know. I was trying to match Amazon, I think, one day, which is dangerous. I usually can't do that. But Tool sold $80. Hey, Michael Naff said he'd take one. Yeah, I'll sell them for $80. I'd be glad to sell them. They're originally $179.99. Blues Traveler. There's one sold to Chris Kirkley. And this is called Traveler's Blues. There's 3 copies left. And it's on translucent blue vinyl. Translucent blue vinyl. And just so you know, if you're buying one at $80, you have to pay for it. If you say, I got to put this back, then I'm going to be like, no, you can't put it back. Blues Traveler, $28.99. Let's see here. Michael Nath, Tool sold at $80, so we need to put Michael Nath down for a Tool Fury Inoculum box set. I don't know, Brad, on that. Cost of Flock of Seagulls is $36.99. Hey, Ed's bringing them up. Fury Inoculum box sets, yeah. Tool Fury Inoculum box sets. $80. Who wants one? They're still in these gigantic shipping containers. They're pressed in Memphis. $80. Let's see. Since you're stuck with the Crew box set, I should be convinced to buy that tool. Just saying. If you want a tool box set, $80. I think I sold some before for that. So I remember I bought one at $8. Yeah, I think the last time I sold them was $80. So okay. Next record is a restock of Jailbreak, Thin Lizzy, James Cohorn. I've already got one pulled for you. $36.99. $36.99. Jailbreak, Thin Lizzy. $36.99. System of a Down, $29.99. System of a Down, SOAD. This is $29.99. I think I have a waiting list for this too. Brad Moore on Blues Traveler. Yes, this is the blue vinyl. Blue vinyl Blues Traveler. Sell one to Brad Moore. Dakota says he wants a Thin Lizzy Jailbreak. This has their hit song, The Boys Are Back in Town. Overall, it's a fantastic album, and I hope everybody has one. Blues Traveler also sold to Brent Rabley. I think y'all seen the other night how expensive Blues Travelers albums can get when they go out of print, like Blues Travelers 4. How does this work? If I see I'm gonna like what I need to do, you just comment whatever you want, Deborah. So you can put Blues Traveler sold. Put down Fred for a toolbox set as well. Fred Carnell III. I think so far we've sold 3 or 4 now. We've sold 3. Fred makes the 3rd one we've sold. Jerry Stone takes the last Blues Traveler. I don't know if I can get those anymore, but if anybody wants on the wait list, please let me know. Blues Traveler. System of a Down. Where was that waiting list? John Sheehan and Paul Brothers. John Sheehan, Paul Brothers. That is SOAD. System of a Down. $29.99. That's their self-titled first album. But yeah, if you want to buy something, like if you want to buy this David Bowie Black Star, you can just comment David Bowie or DB or Bowie, or you could put Bowie sold or David Bowie sold, anything to let me know you want to buy it, and then I will give you instructions after that. We invoice through Square. It's a very secure payment processor for those watching who usually don't like to buy online. Square, they charge a lot for us to use it for fees because they do a lot with security. They're very good. They have the best customer service. We've never, ever had a problem. David Bowie, Black Star, $36.99. That was the last album he released before he suddenly passed away. Man, I remember I was awake. It was early in the morning when the news broke. CNN. I was on campus at Tech. I was somewhere where a TV was on, maybe a donut shop, or maybe I was on campus. I can't remember. But I was like, oh my gosh, my Uncle John is going to freak out. He took a whole week off from work. I was like, man, that's how serious of a fan he was. Okay. He came and borrowed a bunch of CDs from me, and I never did get them back. That's typical, though. David Bowie. I can't get him to buy a record player. Paul Brothers, Brent Rabley, and Whitney Croy. Paul Brothers, Brent Rabley, and Whitney Croy. Those, I've already got one pulled for you. Okay, any more Japanese 7-inch boxing? I do not have that in stock right now, Sean, but I think I can get those if you're interested. I don't see any 7-inch box sets over there. I see the band, Beatles, Black Sabbath, Beatles, Dokken, Hendrix, Live Grunge, Rush, Kiss, Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Michael Jackson, Alan Parsons, Flaming Lips, Rush. We got some cool box sets. Okay, Brandon Jackson on David Bowie. Thank you. Chad, I missed you've had Fleetwood Mac Rumors. I don't know if I have a copy of Fleetwood Mac Rumors in right now. I'll get the 2 auctions updated in just a second. Do we have Fleetwood Mac Rumors over there? I can't tell. I'll have to check. Give me 1 second. The Misfits, Earth AD, $28.99. Fish, Big Boat. This is $36.99. 2 LPs. Justin Hunt also wants a Rush box set for $80. Kyle Davis takes the Misfits. I have Rush Moving Pictures. I have a deluxe box set and a super deluxe box set. And then I have Permanent Wave super deluxe box set. I've got Rush. I've got Troy. Here's a copy of Rumors for $31.99. If anybody else wants one, there's any more over there, Ed? Last one. Never mind. We'll need to make a note to order more Rumors. I've sold more of those than probably just about anything else. A Rush box set for $80 or a toolbox set for $80? A toolbox. We're selling toolboxes tonight for $80. They're Snap-on. It's a great deal. No, it's Fear Inoculum. So Permanent Wave Super Deluxe, Moving Pictures Super Deluxe, and Moving Pictures Deluxe. Kyle Davis got the Misfits. Brent Hall on the waiting list for that. Troy Robinson sold on Fleetwood Mac. 2 more records in here. We have Total from Joy Division, $36.99. Total from Joy Division to New Order. That's a greatest hits, $36.99. You said Rush. Thank you, Craig. Craig is, I'm telling you, this guy, he don't miss a beat. Total is, where are you, Total? Brent Hall and Walt Cruz. I've got you down for a Joy Division Total. And the last record in here is the Misfits Collection, also known as self-titled. Those are $33.99. I have one person that I have put down for one of those, Jeffrey Dunavant. Jeffrey Dunavant. All right. Was on a total wait list. Yes, you were. All right. Kyle Davis also wants, oh, well, maybe Kyle wants this Misfits. I finally got Chad buying Fish albums. Yep. We haven't had a lot of problems selling them either. We've sold a bunch. Is this the one you wanted, Kyle, or did you want Earth AD? Oh, yeah. Never mind. So he wants this one too. So did Kyle Davis. All righty. Man, we still got 226 people watching. I saw as many as, what did I say earlier, 333? So I guess everybody, where I missed Tuesday night, everybody's definitely getting their fix tonight. We're also going to be live again tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll have a ton of new vinyl delivered tomorrow. We'll have a ton of new vinyl delivered Friday. And we'll have a show on Saturday. We'll start peeling back some of the layers from these collections. I still got Murfreesboro stuff to price. Now we've got Dallas stuff you're going to still hear me talking about. Tampa, Austin punk collection. Whew, man. The next time we show punk records, it will be an advertised sale. We'll probably do that like Friday or Saturday night. It will take us like a whole day and a half to get all that ready and researched and priced. So, okay, let me show the two records up on the auction block. Matthew Knight wants a toolbox set. Sell one of those to Matthew. Man, that's some good music on there too. Fear Inoculum, some great music on there. I have nothing bad to say about Tool as an artist. I have a lot to say about the way they released that album with distributors. It was supposed to be a very limited edition release, and they almost lied to us. And next thing you know, they were everywhere. And we kind of over-ordered, and then we were cursed because everybody was canceling for some reason. We don't know why. Their wives were buying them, girlfriends. It was the most craziest week ever. Katrina and the Waves, Japanese press, $35 start. Near mint pristine Japanese vinyl. This is there's the Japanese insert. This is a Japanese press, and this has their hit song, Walking on Sunshine, $35 start. This is a Japanese press. Let's see here. Next is the Rolling Stones, Love You Live. Love You Live is a live Japanese Rolling Stones album. 2 LP. There's the original inner sleeves that came with it. Very cool colored custom inner sleeves. There's the Japanese insert. Gatefold pressing with Obi. Very nice jacket. No foxing on this one. Nice Rolling Stones. I don't know if I've ever had a Japanese press of that. $55 start. $55 start. All right, so here's what's going on in this box. Here's what's left. Very quickly. Sponge Lavatorium. Limited edition clear vinyl. $29.99. Korn. Self-titled Korn. $56.99. Music on vinyl. Grab them before they're all gone. Stevie Ray Vaughan, In Step, $39.99. Crossfire, big hit song on that one. Stevie Nicks, the very best of Stevie Nicks, $39.99. We have Deep Purple. There's like 5 live Deep Purple albums coming out this week. Here's one, Graz, 1975. That's $49. They're all limited, numbered, colored. Live Deep Purple albums, $49.99. And Big Bill Brunzi. This is a new release. Street date is Friday for this. $29.99. Colin Butler says he'll take a new order. That's up front here. We'll sell that to Colin Butler. Kevin Kubina on the Korn. And Derek Bowman on Nicks. The very best of Stevie Nicks. Crystal Visions. What a voice. Whoever asked earlier. Lynyrd Skynyrd live in Nebworth. 1976. Classic Lynyrd Skynyrd concert, 2 LP and DVD. That is $49. That is the OG Lynyrd Skynyrd. That man right there. Man. Simple man. $49.99. Melinda also wants a total from New Order and Joy Division. That's sold to Melinda Gernhardt. Thank you, Melinda. If these records don't get bids, we will end them and make them a buy it now. We got one Metal Church, The Dark, and that was a limited numbered colored series. $44.99 for music on vinyl. And Stevie Ray Vaughan, live in Austin, Texas, 1980. $48.99. Larry Underhill wants some Van Zant in his life, and that is sold to him. Lynyrd Skynyrd, Larry Underhill. Nebworth, 1976. That was out of stock for a long time. Social Distortions, Greatest Hits. Social Distortions, Greatest Hits is $44.99. Social Distortions, Greatest Hits. Do you still have Diary of a Madman? There's some Aussie records peeking right here. I do. Diary of a Madman is $38.99. Brent Rabley wants SRV, live in Austin, Texas. There was a waiting list for that. I've already said it once, but I'll see it right here, so I'll say it again. Sherry Darnell and Chris Carrick on that one. And Brent, I'm assuming you wanted that one and not cross or in step. Fire of an Unknown Origin. That is $46.99. Roger Ramjet also wants a Stevie Ray Vaughan live in Austin. That's sold. Colin Butler wants Diary of a Madman. I really can't get to it right now. Let me try to. Let me move these over. That's our unsold Japanese stuff. I see one copy of Diary. I've got Blizzard of Oz, but I don't have another copy of Madman. But Kevin, I can get you one. That's on the red and black swirl vinyl, by the way. Red and black swirl vinyl. Sell that one to Colin. And Kevin, if you're on the wait list for that, or if you want on the wait list for that, let me know. UFO, new release, Werewolves of London, $38.99. I don't know a lot about this, but people's always asking for UFO. $38.99. Rainbow, live in Munich, 3LP live album, 77 with Ronnie James Dio, $54.99. There's another live Deep Purple. This is number 81 of 3,000, $49.99. 3 copies left of A Flock of Seagulls. A Flock of Seagulls, $36.99. Orange vinyl. Hadn't seen a reissue of that in years. Actually, maybe like decades. Jailbreak, Thin Lizzy, $36.99 for Jailbreak, Thin Lizzy, $36.99. System of a Down was $29.99. And Fish, Big Boat, 2LP clear vinyl, $36.99 for Fish, Big Boat. Let's see. Chip Hall on Flock of Seagulls. Will you still be able to get any more Stevie Nicks? Yes, I will. If you want on that waiting list, just let me know. Let me walk over here and see how much more. Let's see, we've been through that crate. Maybe that was it. That's the whole box of warrants, but those are already all sold. Those are all sold. I guess we just got to show this right here, which is the only thing in the box. I'll grab a couple of them. And I think we have officially gone through all the new vinyl at least once. At least once. Man, we went through a lot though. So we got a restock of Alice in Chains Dirt, $38.99. I've got a whole box of them actually, as in we've got like 75 of them back in stock. Alice in Chains Dirt, $38.99. We've got a bunch of them. Them Bones, Down in a Hole, Rooster, Angry Chair, and Wood. I've got a whole box full of them. $38.99. I think we got 50 or 75. I think 75. Derek Bowman and Dakota. If anybody else wants one, let me know. I have a lot more than just 2 in my hand, so let me know. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. Let me figure out what's all around here first. Tanner, here's all the Cowboys from Hell, by the way, which are all sold. Did you sell all the Undertable and Dreamin'? No, we still have them. UFO Fred was $38.99. $38.99. That's the pre-order stuff. Let me put these in here. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, so let me go through the very first crate of new vinyl we showed tonight, and then we'll start going through some more vintage stuff. But just for those people who got on late, let me go through that one more time. All right. Yes, new auctions. I'm about to swap that out too. All righty. Okay, if anybody wants Katrina and the Waves, $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now on Katrina and the Waves. $35 buy it now. If anybody wants that, you can do a buy it now on it right now. And the Rolling Stones is a $55 buy it now. $55 buy it now on the Rolling Stones. I guess it's officially 10 o'clock. It's time to go back through stuff a second time. I do have new stuff to show, but I do want to do some recaps because there was so much tonight. This was definitely a new vinyl heavy night. We've been unloading trucks, and I've been not in town to price stuff, but we do have a lot to show. So, sorry, I'm also talking and thinking. David says 30 on Katrina and the Waves, and Kyle Morgan says he'll take it. So David, here's how we have to do this. If you want it for 35, you can have it since you offered first, but Kyle says he'll for sure take it at 35. So Clint, if you want that for 35, it's yours. If not, it's sold to Kyle Morgan for 35. And then the Rolling Stones, Love You Live. Carol, I can't do 40, especially first time showing it. I was wanting a $55 bid. Yeah, that could just be keyed in. That is, I will do $50 on that if you want it, Carol. $50. Love You Live. $50. Let me grab a couple new ones. I got more Jim Croce. The other one was a hit. I got some more Japanese Jim Croce that we've never had before. So let me pull those. We got the Life and Times, and we have the very desirable Billy Joel's Greatest Hits. Clint Howard said he will take it for 35. All right, the Life and Times of Jim Croce, also on Vertigo. Man, I might have to listen to these. I bet this sounds absolutely incredible. Operator, One Less Set of Footsteps. Oh my gosh. $35 start on this as well. $35 start. There's the very cool Vertigo label. Put you in a trance staring at it. There's the Japanese insert. And very nice cover. That's the nicest picture I've ever seen on that album. That's because it's a Japanese press. The Life and Times, $35 start. Now, here's a record we're always getting asked about. There is really not a good Billy Joel's Greatest Hits. It's in print, which is something I think is incredible, that they don't have like a Billy Joel's albums hits or even a box set. I mean, he has 10,000 hits. So, this is what a lot of people settle with. This is a Japanese press of Billy Joel's Greatest Hits Volumes 1 and Volume 2. Gatefold with Obi. Super clean, near mint. Japanese press. It has the book with it. Billy Joel from New York. This is a $75 start. $75 start. Look at all the hits. Craig just shared it for us there in the feed. $75 start. River of Dreams. Is that his first album? If so, yes, we get it sometimes. What is his first album? All right, David's in on Jim Croce at 35. Billy Joel's a $75 start. I need a drink of water before I continue. All right. We have one copy left of TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool, $36.99. Crazy Sexy Cool, $36.99. Surprisingly, I have 3 copies left of Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power. Vulgar Display of Power, $34.99. That is the colored white and true metal gray marbled vinyl. That is the colored vinyl. Pantera, $34.99. I've got 3 of those left. Steve Miller Band live, Breaking Ground, August 3rd, 1977. 2 LPs, live Steve Miller Band, $36.99. As in Space Cowboy and Wild Mountain Honey and Take the Money and Run and Jet Airliner, Fly Like an Eagle and Rockin' Me and The Joker. That is $36.99. Kevin Kubina says he needs a Cowboys from Hell. I will put you on the waiting list. We did that one earlier tonight. We sold out very fast, and I have a waiting list. River Dreams, but there's a 2014, but hard to find. Okay, yeah. I guess I don't get that one too often then. Jim Croce, 37. Billy Joel, 76. We had 2 people bid 75. Jim Croce's at 37. Angela Chesney wants a Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power. Savatage, 2 left. The Wake of Magellan, lenticular cover, orange vinyl, 2 LP gatefold with 12-page book, $56.99. I've got 2 copies left of Love and Rockets, Seventh Dream of a Teenage Heaven, $29.99. 2 copies left of Pink Floyd The Wall. I don't remember selling the ones earlier. We were in a flurry of sales. I don't remember selling the other 3. Pink Floyd The Wall. The whole album is incredible from beginning to end. But if you're curious on hits, Comfortably Numb, Hey You, Empty Spaces, Young Lust, Goodbye Blue Sky, Mother, it's incredible. $49.99. That's a great sounding record as well. Neil Young Harvest, $36.99. The Offspring Americana, $36.99 for The Offspring Americana. Pink Floyd, A Saucer Full of Secrets, remastered mono, $33.99. Remastered mono. Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair, $39.99. Here's another. Well, first, let me pull Gwen Carley of Pink Floyd. More Panteras. This one we almost sold out of. Pantera, Far Beyond Driven, $34.99. Far Beyond Driven, $34.99. Right now, I don't have any Hall of the Mountain Kings. Boy, I used to have a bunch of them, though. I don't have any right now, though. Amy Hutchings, also on Pink Floyd The Wall. Wait a second. Gwen Carley may have wanted A Saucer Full of Secrets. Gwen, let me know. I'm going to put that back in there before I pull it. Gwen, let me know which Pink Floyd you wanted. I'm going to pull Amy a Wall, but let me know, Gwen, if you want A Saucer Full or The Wall. Kevin Kubina wants Far Beyond Driven. And we're going to see which one Gwen wants. And then here's the other Pantera for tonight. The Great Southern Trendkill, and those are also $34.99. Those are also $34.99. We got one pulled for Kevin. Jim Croce's at $45 with Brent Rabley. Clint Howard wants Saucer Full of Secrets and both Pantera, so he wants Far Beyond Driven and Vulgar Display of Power. So he gets a 3-in-1 comment there. And Gwen Carley did want The Wall. That's right, and she wants The Wall. All right, and did you get any more of the XTC 200 gram? Of which album? We showed one tonight, but yes, we did have more. That Pantera, I got a bunch of those. $34.99, Great Southern Trendkill. Pink Floyd Metal. Pink Floyd Metal, $33.99, Pantera. And don't forget, that one is a price change. That one's $34.99 as well. The one with the rattlesnake on it. This Pantera here, it's $34.99. Puddle of Mud is $39.99. Puddle of Mud, $39.99. Stevie Nicks, Belladonna, $28.99. And The Cure's Greatest Hits. The Cure's Greatest Hits. Some of these we only have one copy left. Stephen Chesney also wants a copy of Metal. Make sure you weren't on the wait list for that. Somebody was on the wait list. That name sounds familiar. Metal. No, it was Scotty G-Force. Okay, update on our auctions. The Life and Times of Jim Croce. Brent Rabley's at $45. That's a Vertigo pressing. And then update on Billy Joel's Greatest Hits. Jerry Stone. Jerry Stone has this for $78. Jerry Stone has that for $78. Final call. Nos. No one's going to buy my Nos album. It's always on the bestsellers. I was like, man, I don't have enough rap in the store. $36.99. And for somebody asked about it earlier, we still have Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming. Just joining. Did you sell out of the Warrant? We did, Eric. We have a waiting list for it. We have a waiting list for it. If you want on that waiting list, just let us know. We may be getting 150 more from another distributor. We won't know. But that is $39.99 for Dave Matthews Band. Dave Matthews Band. Eric says he wants on that waiting list. Final call on these two auctions. 40 on Jim Croce, or excuse me, 45 on Jim Croce and 78 on Billy Joe. If you're done bidding, please say out, or you can bid again. If you bid again, there's no timers on these. I just make sure everybody has plenty of time to bid, and we sell it. Eric says yes on the wait list for Dog Eat Dog. Wyatt wants on the wait list for English Settlement. Wyatt, I may even have that, but I'll have to hunt it. Arthur is back in on Billy Joe at 79. Did I get Pink Floyd Metal? What's the price on Garage Inc? And how much was The Cure? Okay, let's answer those one at a time. First of all, Arthur was at 79 on Billy Joel. Justin Hunt got a Dave Matthews Band. Brent McKinney, I have no idea on the Warrant. There were so many. I don't know if you may have been on the original pre-order. Brent, you're on the waiting list. Gotcha. Tanner just confirmed. So, can we see if Fred Carnell has a Pink Floyd medal already on his ticket? We will check on that. And what's the price on Garage Inc? Garage Inc is $54.99. $54.99. He does not? He does. Yes, Fred, you already have a Pink Floyd medal. Okay, so that means Jerry Stone's at 80 on Billy Joe. Next comment, how much was The Cure? Joel Goodman. The Cure, almost peeled it off. It was $39.99. $39.99, Joel. Any unsold Japanese vinyl? Yes, I have a whole stack over here. Really good stuff, too. We'll go through that in 1 second. Did we get Chuck Wilson for a Danzig? I'm almost positive. Yes, I remember that one. So, Clint, the Pantera albums tonight was Cowboys from Hell, Far Beyond Driven, Vulgar Display of Power, Reinventing the Steel, and The Great Southern Trendkill. There's been 5 Pantera albums tonight, all on colored vinyl. Troy, the Nos album was Illmatic. It's $36.99. Troy, you need that. You need that. Arthur's at 80 on Billy Joel, now 81. And Fred says he'll take the Metallica too. That's Garage Inc. Troy says he'll take the Nos. Sold to Troy. Jerry Stone's out on Billy Joe. Arthur, let me see if I can say Arthur's last name here. Maldonado. I wanted to give it a good attempt. Maldonado. I think I'm missing an A in there somewhere. Clint Howard wants The Cure's greatest hits. Let's go ahead and sell Jim Croce. Jim Croce is sold to, that was Brent Rabley for $45. Let's go ahead and run another one. I got one more Japanese Jim Croce, David Johnson and Brent Rabley. I'm sure y'all go ahead and start it for $35 without me even showing it to you. Just on the fact that it's a Japanese Jim Croce album. Where are you, Jim? This is not on Vertigo, though. This is on Philips. I've never seen an Obi like that. Rock Impact 74. Did you auction the Van Halen? Which Van Halen was I supposed to auction? Oh, Balance. Oh, Balance. No, that's probably like a week out. We don't even know where it's at. It's somewhere on that. It's somewhere on our truck. It still hadn't even been unloaded. When we buy a collection of 20,000 LPs, if you ever see a picture of something like in a crate or in the distance, there's no telling when we're going to find that again. Especially if I take pictures where I'm buying them from. We crate stuff up. It gets pushed in the back up against a wall. There's no telling. We might not find that album again for... Hopefully we can find it tonight. But if we don't, I plan on selling it next week, though. Okay, Jim Croce. It's going to bring 300 plus, just so everybody already knows. Jim Croce. I Got a Name. Jim Croce, I Got a Name. Japanese press with Obi. $35 start. I Got a Name, Lover's Cross. This is an original Philips. 5 short minutes. Age, Working at the Car Wash Blues. I'll Say I Have to Love You in a Song. Saloon, Saloon. Thursday, Top Hat Bar and Grill. Recently, The Hard Way Every Time. $35 start. Balance will be up for auction sometime next week. I have not seen a copy of Michael Jackson Bad Japanese. No, I haven't. All right, Arthur, I'm going to sell you Billy Joe for $81. I think Arthur, I hope I may not be getting your name right, but I will say thank you and welcome to Coletco. This is sold to you for $81. That's a good way to start. Make sure you message our page. That is Coletco. Make sure you message our page. We have to have a message from you. We will invoice you on Monday. Final call on anything in here. Dave Matthews Band. Stevie Nicks. Puddle of Mud. Pantera. Tears for Fears. Pink Floyd. Offspring. Neil Young. Love and Rockets. Savatage. Steve Miller Band. 1 copy of Vulgar Display of Power left and 1 copy of TLC left. All right, before I set that off the table, I'm going to make sure everybody has thought long and hard. Dwayne says, thanks for taking my money again. Derek Hartman's at 35 on Jim Croce, going once, going twice. Let me get my stack of Japanese vinyl organized over here so I can figure out what we have to do left or what we have to do next. Great Southern Trendkill is $34.99. Won't be my last. Well, thank you. We're going to be selling again like this tomorrow night, all new stuff, Friday night, and Saturday night. Creedence Clearwater Revival, live in Europe. This was a $45 buy it now, which was less than what I was originally going to anticipate. I thought it would go up from there, but it's a $45 buy it now. This is Creedence Clearwater Revival, live in Europe, which consider that an already a discount. Live in Europe. That is a $45 buy it now, 2 LP. Fortunate Son. Then we had the Rolling Stones Greatest Hits. That's a 30-track Rolling Stones compilation. Japanese press. That was a $65 buy it now. $45.65. The Bruce Springsteen live box set. It was also a $65 buy it now. Whitesnake's Greatest Hits. The Best of Whitesnake was a $65 buy it now. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits in mono. That was a $65 buy it now. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits with Obi. That was a $65 buy it now in mono. And Iron Maiden, self-titled, Japanese press, no Obi. That was an $85 buy it now. And we sold the other Iron Maiden. We had a copy of Peace of Mind. And Iron Maiden self-titled. What's the noise? It sounds like water running down a drain. That is our air conditioning. It got very hot in here just a moment ago. Derek, you're out on Jim Croce. Brent has that for $37. Okay. Now, let me figure out what's going on with our vintage selection for tonight. Let me see what's in that crate. That got condensed with these. Let me see what's in here. And I think I've got some new stuff right over here as well. Let me do that. We're also probably going to take a quick break. And I'm going to wrap up this Jim Croce. I'm going to get started on another crate. And we do need to pause tonight. We'll be coming back a little bit later than we normally do. But we are going to take a break tonight. I need something to drink and something to eat very quickly. And then we'll go back through. I'm going to show you what we're going to do during part 2 and probably why you want to come back. The other Japanese auction was the Rolling Stones Love You Live. That was a $55 buy it now. Final call on Jim Croce at $37. Okay, what we've done is we started working on putting some records in alphabetical order in the back part of the store. So we have assembled, when we go through records, we assemble crates of stuff that are $35 or more. And that's what we call our 34. So pretty much it's a crate of $34.99 and up stuff. So everything in here is $34.99, which means there's probably some really good records in here, including some sealed stuff. Yeah, I see some really good titles. $34.99 and up means some pretty good records. So as usual, buy it now, best offer. It depends on how long they've been in here, depending on how good of an offer I'll take or how much you'll be discounted. Some of it's going to be sticker price, and I'm probably going to be like, that's still $34.99. But we've got 3 crates like this of 35 and up records. I'm going to go through start going through one of these right now, and then we'll finish up during part 2, which means you might want to tune in. Jim Croce is sold to Brent Rabley for $37. Is that okay, Seth? Seth said that's okay, Brent, so he's okay with it. Pineapple casserole for break. I'm going to probably have some trail mix and water. All right, let me put up 2 new Japanese auctions. We have the Cars, Heartbeat City. This one has the world record for the smallest obi. It's a very thin obi. The cover has some discoloration right up here. Gatefold. Yeah, it's also got this little bit of a wrinkle right here. I think that could be pressed out. If you close it just right and get that pressed out, it will probably crease the way it's supposed to. Japanese insert, inner sleeve. This is a $35 start. The Cars, Heartbeat City, Japanese press. Heartbeat City, the Cars, and J. Giles Band, Sanctuary. This is a near mint, pristine, Japanese pressing, $35 start on that. Okay, let me pull a couple of these out so I can get to them better. We have Tex and the Horseheads. Life's So Cool. Tex and the Horseheads, $34.99. Tex and the Horseheads, $34.99. Richard Wright, Wet Dream. Oh, it's Rick Wright of Pink Floyd. I don't remember showing this record. Richard Wright, Wet Dream. Rick Wright of Pink Floyd, $39.99. It's got a promo. Was that a promo label? It is. White label promo. The Right Combination, Joe Albany. I don't remember showing these records. Where do these come from? A Japanese pressing with no obi, $39.99. The Right Combination, Joe Albany. That's on Riverside, $39.99. The Barry Goldberg Blues Band, Blowing My Mind. Barry Goldberg Blues Band, Blowing My Mind, $39.99. Yellow Epic label, another clean copy. California Bloodlines, John Stewart. VG Plus, $39.99, 1969 Scranton Press. VG Plus, $39.99. Shelly Manne and His Men, Swingin' Sounds in Stereo. Shelly Manne and His Men, Swingin' Sounds in Stereo, $34.99. Stanley Steamer, 1973 White Label Promo, $34.99, Jolly Rogers label. The Appleseed Cast, Peregrine. I'm butchering the heck out of that, but it's $34.99. It does say the Appleseed Cast, though, $34.99. And the Roulettes, the elegant sound of the Roulettes. That is a sealed copy from 1966, sealed, unopened, $39.99. Jason F. is at $35 on Heartbeat City. How about I give you $300 for Balance Album right now? No team to spend time auctioning. Maybe another time, Stephen. Or you can just tune in next week when I auction it. How about that? Jason's at $35 on Heartbeat City, going once, going twice. Arvin Lazelle wanted the Rick Wright out of here from Pink Floyd. Richard Wright, one of his solo albums. Keyboardist for Pink Floyd. And C. William Pop says Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table, last minute decision for bed. Last minute decision for bed. Right here. Dave Matthews Band, sold to C. William Pop. Final call on the Cars. Any Japanese Pixies. John is at 36 on the Cars. Are you talking about the band Pixies? Peregrine. Thank you, Craig. Peregrine. Sorry, I'm having to stretch my leg. Another reason we got to take a break. It's falling asleep on me. Okay, now, 25 years of recorded comedy. Very interesting. This is original complete performances by all these comedians. $34.99. Some of these in here I don't remember showing. That's how long ago it's been. Stone the Crows is $39.99. Jason's back in on the Cars at $37. Grace Slick of Jefferson Airplane. Grace Slick and Great Society. Grace Slick and Great Society. That is $34.99. By the way, these are all buy it now best offer. Louis Armstrong meets Oscar Peterson. I don't know where these came from, but it's been a long time since I've shown them. This is $39.99. Jamul is a VG Plus, $34.99. The original motion picture soundtrack to The Naked Ape. That's a promo copy, $34.99. The Cars, John's right back in at $38. Jason's right back in at $40. AB Sky, $39.99. AB Sky, $39.99. Thornsfield, $39.99. Aretha Franklin, the legendary Queen of Soul, that is $34.99. Aretha Franklin, $34.99. Willie and the Red Rubber Band were coming up. That is a sealed copy, $39.99. And Frank Strozier, what's that say? Something? Fantastic. It looked like Banastic. Fantastic. Frank Strozier, yeah. That's on VJ. That is $39.99. Where did we get to? Sam, Hard and Heavy. That's Sam from Sam the Sham, $44.99. And the Coming Atlantis, Freddie Robinson. Freddie Robinson, that is $34.99. I think that's a bluesy guitars album. Buddy Knox, VG Plus, $37.99. That's a 1957 white label promo of Buddy Knox. Final call on Heartbeat City, the Cars Heartbeat City for $40. The Material, Everything I Want to Say, that's on clear vinyl, $34.99. Les McCann, LTD, plays The Shout. Les McCann, Pacific Jazz Records, $39.99. Tiffany, Hold an Old Friend's Hand, contains the smash hit All This Time, $34.99. Gold stamp promo. Here's Larry Williams. That's a 1979 Japanese pressing, $49.99. Fearless Frank Foster. That's another jazz record on Prestige. That's a VG copy, $34.99. Blue Prestige. Fearless Frank Foster. All right, let's go ahead and sell Jason F. the Cars for $40. If anybody wants Jay Giles, that is a $35 buy it now. Jay Giles Sanctuary, $35 buy it now. That's going right over here. I'm going to take a quick time out. It is 10:28. What we're going to do is we're going to be back live right at 11 o'clock. We're going to go through crates like this of like higher end records that we have not shown in a long time that was found in the back in our bins. We're also going to keep auctioning Japanese records and maybe some other stuff I can find. And we might do one big recap, or maybe the first thing we'll do is a recap of all of tonight's vintage stuff. A lot of people wanted to buy stuff and we were just a few dollars apart. And I'll go ahead and sell some of that. So 11 o'clock, and then we'll be back live from 11 to midnight if you got to go to bed. I hope you don't. I hope you come back and see us. But if you do, if you do have to go to bed, we'll be back live tomorrow at 7 o'clock with all new arrivals again. Brent Rabley said he'd give $28 for the Freddie Robinson. Sell that to Brent Rabley for $28. That will be the last sale of part 1. Don't fall asleep on me. Come back. We're going to go back through some of these crates. There's some with some pretty incredible stuff that didn't sell. Jazz, rock, soul, pop. And we'll keep doing Japanese, and we'll do a recap of new vinyl. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in 30 minutes.